Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Just gonna do just a normal talking roll in here instead of that stuff. Just gonna do just a normal talking roll in here. And as usual, I forgot to mute YouTube. So all right, now we got that done. Anyway, how is everybody doing? Happy weekend to everybody. Hope you're all well. We got Charles going to be joining us here in a little while. They're running a little bit late tonight, but it's a lot early Cali time. It's like 5:30, 6:30, whatever it is. So they're just kind of getting everything together there. Tonight we will be doing a blind of Old Forester 1910, Woodford Reserve, Double Oak, and I'm going to throw because a viewer of the channel suggested I throw the Balcones Budget Bottle of the Month in there. So it does have kind of similar flavors to some of the Double Oak stuff. So that'll be interesting. We'll be getting into that here in a little while. Also going to talk about a few other things tonight, like maybe potentially changing the schedule for upcoming lives. We'll talk about that some. And then also probably going to talk some Star Wars stuff. I assume everybody has seen all of Kenobi now at this point. If you haven't, then, well, we're going to talk about it. So, and then as well, you guys may or may not know, but Jackie Zykin, the nose over there at Old Forester, is no longer at Old Forester. So we're going to talk about her a little bit and what she's got coming up, what she's doing now. So, yeah. And then also obviously, you know how it goes with me and Charles. We'll probably get into many other topics as the night goes on. But that's kind of what I got planned. Anyway, what is everybody drinking? I am still kind of getting hydrated. I don't know if any of you all saw the nonsense. I was over on Ben's stream very late last night, and I probably had too much to drink, to be fair. Yeah. Too much. And so, got a little nutty, but yeah, we had fun. But I'm feeling it a little bit today. So anyway, let's get to some chat here. Let's see. Of course, Sugar Kitty was first in. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. One of the fantastic mods here in Whiskey Tube. Thank you for being here, Sugar Kitty. Hanging AZ in the house. How we doing, man? I was thinking of getting Double Oaked at Wally World around the corner and not that excited about it for 52. Yeah, it's to me, it's like the lesser version of 1910, in my opinion. I think 1910 is better, and they're basically the same price most of the time. So I always just buy 1910. Although the store pick that was in the review is pretty good, and we'll see if it is in fact better. Unfortunately, I only have a bottle of the old 1910 right now. I drank all of the new one, I think. I feel like that's true. I'll have to double check on that. But anyway, so yeah, it'll be old 1910, I'm pretty sure, versus, at least on my end, a Woodford Reserve Double Oak store pick. Now, Charles, I think, is doing the new 1910 and the normal offering. So we'll kind of have a variety of a blind there. Let's see. Rob MC, how we doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome. Actually, you know what? While we're waiting, might as well, we can bring some people on. This is not like an exclusive thing here. So if anybody else wants to hop on the live, I will throw the thing in here. And, yeah. I could type, that'd be good. Also, if I could spell conversation correctly, that would also help. Okay, there we go. Got that there. Yeah, so if anybody wants to hop on, join us. There is the link. I know Joe's still rolling. I know Bourbon Bounty is still going. I know Cheech is going in a little while. I guess Hot Buttery Rolls is going. So it's going to be a packed night tonight. And that is kind of why I'm thinking about changing nights. So, I'm going to go ahead. We got quite a few in here now, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. So, for a variety of reasons, Saturday nights are not working for me like they used to, mainly because Sunday is usually family day. And if I go really late and I'm mildly hungover, if I get to bed late and I'm mildly hungover, it kind of makes for a bad Sunday. So I want to kind of change it for that reason. Also, Saturday nights seem to be getting more and more packed just on Whiskey Tube. There's a lot of people going Saturday nights now. So those are the two reasons I was thinking about. But I wanted to talk to you guys and see what works for you. So Friday night would probably be my best alternative, but I could, if there's another suggestion. Okay, so Hot Rubber Rolls is not going. Good to know. But I know other folks are. But, yeah, so if you guys have a suggestion for another night that, there isn't another stream that you guys are generally watching. I know Trev goes Friday, and I hate to go over him, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, you guys let me know your thoughts. What night might be good for you? Sundays are taken by Livewire and Anthony. I don't want to go over them Sunday. Tuesday night is 2 to 90. Those guys, those are my buddies. So I wouldn't go Tuesday night. Monday is not great because of work. So I feel like Friday's the best option. I could maybe do a Wednesday night, but Jason goes Wednesday. So I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. So I'm thinking Friday. So you guys let me know what you guys think about that. If Friday sounds good for you in the future. Now, next week we will definitely be Saturday still because the Fancies will be on with us, and I'll be trying samples they sent me. They're going to be trying samples I sent them. So yeah, so that'll be next Saturday. So it'll still be Saturday next week, but after that it might change. So you guys let me know what you think, though. Anyway, let's get back to some chat here. So Woods in the house. How we doing? We got Stacy H. Cheers to you as well, Stacy. Appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Kitty, too much late. Yeah. It was a long night on Bourbon Street there. I mean, we had a lot of fun, too much fun, but it was a long night for sure. And here we go. Here's the man of the hour. How we doing, Charles? B, I'm sure B is behind the camera as always.
1 minute.
And also, I noticed Charles looking pretty cleaned up today. Look at this. much less facial hair than last time I saw you.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just trim it down and refresh the face.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I need to get a little trim action. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. We're just trying to get everything together on his end.
That's all right, no problem. No rush.
That's why I was like, hold it. We might be a little bit, but we had some logistics we had to work out. B is trying to. He had a meeting, so he was trying to finish that up.
Gotcha.
They're going to edit a film project they're doing, and cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So that was all. That was the hold up.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can talk about that a little bit once he's sitting down and settled.
Yeah, he's still moving back and forth, so that's why. He asking me questions and going back and forth. But other than that, everything is good. Hello to everyone. I'm all over the place.
Well,
mute me for a minute. I'm gonna mute me.
Okay, no problem. So sure, yeah. So too much. Yeah, it was a late night. Yeah, on Ben's, but we had a lot of fun. So Stacey H finishing a Bushmills 12 before switching to American single pot still. Okay, cool. Depends on what you like. They're just different. Mixers American is the other. Okay, I guess. You must be talking to somebody else. Anyway, because I don't remember. I feel like I didn't bring that. Anyway. Oh, okay. I see. We're talking about 1910 or Woodford Double Oaked. I assume that's what Sure Kitty is talking about. Tonight I have Glen Cadum. Why can I not say that? Glen Cadum? Yeah, Glen Cadum 10. Isaiah's 5. Cheers to you as well, man. Yeah, just barely. I just barely sobered up from last night, but we made it. So, yeah. No, I pounded some water all day. Also, had some Kinder Light, which is like Pedialyte. All the stuff your body needs to get rehydrated and stuff. So, had some of that. Ate lots of food. Yeah. So, yeah, feeling better. Drinking Larceny Barrel Proof B522. Oh, I still have yet to find that. Louis V. HBR. Oh, yeah, I read that. For those that did see me last night, I apologize. I rewatched some of it today. I was a little aggressive. So what the conversation was. I'm not going to say what was happening. If you saw it, you saw it. But I got a little aggressive. Granted, I am irritated by that whole situation, but it is what it is. I'm drinking 1792. Hanging AZ here. I'm drinking 1792 Bib. Did an experimental rye, dark and stormy, but it did not count because of science. Right, that's for sure. Speaking of, so on Ben's stream last night, I cracked this thing. This is the Basil Hayden's Dark Rye, which is kind of deceptive. So what it actually is Kentucky straight rye whiskey blended with Canadian rye whiskey and port. So there's port wine blended into this. So I don't even know if you can call it a whiskey. Not properly. Because it doesn't say it's finished in port barrels. It says it's blended. So I don't know. And the flavor is interesting. This was part of the haul I got from my neighbor. Some of the 16 bottles that I got from him when I bought all his collection. So that's why I have it. Otherwise, I wouldn't own. Hey, we got some Corbin Cash making an appearance.
Pour yourself a little bit, B. You said you want to try that.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, B? How we doing, man?
Good. I heard you was aggressive. Were you like Riva aggressive or?
Kinda, yeah. I got a little aggressive about a topic last night. Yeah. I mean, okay. So, well, I'm not going to talk about it directly, but if you guys saw it, then you know exactly what I'm referring to. But there was a person that I was streaming with, and I was asked a question about budget whiskeys and what my favorite was. And I replied that Wild Turkey 101 was one of my favorites, which I feel like that is for a lot of people. I don't think it's like a weird thing to even say that. And before I could even like finish my sentence, the guy cuts me off and then just starts trashing Wild Turkey. And I was like, that's not a good look. Like, why are you doing that? And so he going on and on about how he's tired of hearing about Wild Turkey and how Wild Turkey, is overhyped and just trash. And I was like, okay.
Let me interrupt you. Who's this?
No, I'm not gonna.
Why not? I mean, you had a conversation with somebody. I just want to know who it was. Whose opinion that Wild Turkey sucked? I want to hear their opinion.
Well, it was Reaper, So okay, I don't know why, and so we were talking about that a little bit last night, and I got a little bit aggressive about it because I mean, it first off, like if you want to just be like, oh well, well, yeah, I know a lot of people like that, but it's just not for me. If you want to go about it that way, cool, whatever. But like, if you want to you really went in on it. I was like, okay, so we're doing that. All right.
So we're doing that. And sometimes people are just passionate about their opinion, and I can respect that. For me, as long as they're not yelling at me and saying all type of stuff that would be disrespectful, I can get past it. So passion doesn't really bother me.
Well, I mean, it also kind of irritated me because I told him that I just released a video on it, and then he proceeds to trash it. So I was like, okay, I mean that's one way to do it, I guess.
I had to go back and it's on his stream. He had a live stream. You joined his live stream.
It was probably a month ago now. But I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get into that whole thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. I just want to hear the opinion why he doesn't like Wild Turkey 101. I mean, it's cool. I mean, some people love stuff, and you might hate it tomorrow. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. And
yeah, I mean, as to why, I couldn't tell you. You'd have to talk to him. But
some people love The Last Jedi. I hate it, and they want to ask me why. I can explain it, and if they want me to get passionate with it, I can get it. But I can respect that they love it.
People that love The Last Jedi are just wrong, Charles. So
I can accept that. Some people love Obi-Wan Kenobi. I can accept that they love Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that other than Obi-Wan and Darth Vader being in it, they should have called it the Leia Reva amalgamation hour or something. The agenda show. It would have been great. I would have liked it for what it is. I don't like bait and switch. I have a problem with bait and switch, and I don't mind people who like whiskeys that I don't like. And even if they say I can't stand people who make reviews about how great Wild Turkey 101 is. Great. I can respect that. You don't have to like it. I just want to, even if we get a little contentious and a little animated and heated, as long as you're respectful, cool.
Let's be clear. I don't think that Wild Turkey is making the absolute best bourbon on the planet. That's not my position. It's just that I think that, for one, they're probably one of my at least top 3 favorite distilleries. I love most of their products.
Yeah.
And I just love like kind of the lineage of Jimmy and Eddie, and like the whole, it's kind of like a family thing there, even though it's a big company. And so I just really appreciate a lot of things about Wild Turkey, not just the bourbon. And so, yeah, it just kind of put me off, like the way he went about it. So anyway,
and people are who they are, it's no matter what, we're never going to agree on everything.
Well, no, it's not even about that. It's not about agreeing. It's just like the way he went about it is, I guess, probably what it was. But
I get it. I'm gonna end it, but I'm gonna go here because it's funny. Somebody may think that you are not the most handsomest man on the earth, and I would disagree with them because Sean is like gorgeous in the sunshine. So we all have our opinion. Nobody's really they're wrong with Sean as Ash's wife. So how can you get what I'm saying? You gotta and let it go.
Hey, you're not a bad looking fellow yourself there, Charles. Especially you looking all clean cut and making me look homeless over here. I need to shape up. Anyway, let me say hi to some people here. Cheers, Jack. Good to see you, man. Let's see. There is hardly anyone on Fridays that see. Yeah, so that's kind of what my conclusion was as well. Is like Fridays, other than Trev. Like I hate to go over Trev, but Fridays are kind of a lighter night. And I already talked to Ben. Yeah, let me get some stuff for you. We'll keep talking. I forgot glassware.
1910 versus Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. I think I already know which one I like better, but it's been such a long time since I'm gonna tell y'all a story, and this is the truth. And me and B was talking about this. So I had a full bottle of Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, and I used to really just love it. Then I drank it one day. I said, I don't want to drink it anymore. So a lady friend of mine came by, and I was like, you had the bottle. So I was like, yeah, I want to compare them. Then I forgot I didn't have the bottle. So then I had to buy another bottle of Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. And as you can see, I truly have been enjoying this 1910. I really want to buy
it. Happens,
another bottle of it. And I don't think I don't enjoy Woodford Reserve. I just haven't had it so long. I can compare them versus 1910. And Sean did a video saying is Woodford Reserve better than 1910. Let's find that out. Let's see. Because yesterday I may have just loved this and I may not like this today. Maybe it may be true.
We're gonna do some science for you guys here. Yeah.
Like I've had Buffalo Trace that I love, then I have another Buffalo Trace bottle, and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to drink it. Then next thing you know, you drink another Buffalo Trace and it's good. Same with Eagle Rare. I've had some Eagle Rares, like, man, I don't want to drink anything else. Get another bottle, like, man, let's give this away. So some things I would never revisit though. I would never revisit Brothers Bond. The Pack 6. I really doubt I'll ever drink it again. Charles Goodnight. Some stuff I just would never Woodenville. No, I'm good. Some things you just never want to revisit, but
that Brothers Bond. That's
didn't they have a special one?
They have a barrel proof one.
You try that, B. Let me know.
yeah, B. You can try it for me as well. You let me know about it. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
For you, when we pour you some of this,
I definitely want some of that.
Tell me when.
And thank you guys for the responses on possibly going Fridays. Yeah, I hope that Fridays will work for you guys. That's probably what it's going to be is Fridays. Hey Brian, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, Brian. Also, Brian was there. I apologize for my aggression last night. I got a little heated, a little animated. But appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Also, I got pretty deep in the drinks last night. I don't know how many. A lot of some.
He said, "I don't know how many. A lot of some."
Yeah, we got
funny itself. Just the way you said it.
We got pretty messed up last night. Yeah, and definitely. If you're not already, definitely check out Phone with Whiskey. They're a great channel. Charles and B here. I'm going stash only, bringing it back. Okay, there you go. Go for the Bobby look for sure, man. Good to see everyone. Yes. Let's see here. I'm trying to get caught up, and then we'll get into this blind. Peerless Double Oak in the glass. Oh, there you go. Okay, so sticking with the Double Oak theme. Very cool, Rob. We're getting close to 1,000 subs. Whenever you go get big time, please don't forget to. Hey, man, I'm never gonna forget anybody. Like I don't plan on changing the way I do anything, regardless of how big I may get. Like because this is, I mean, me and Charles have talked about this all the time. Like this is like my favorite part of the week. Like hanging out on the stream with my boys or girls sometimes. Yeah, like it's just good stuff, man. So never gonna forget anybody.
That's for you for this.
Chris, what's up, man? Also, Chris was kind of there watching me be a fool. I was white girl wasted a little bit. Yeah. Got me and Dan especially were pretty deep into the drinks. But anyway, let me get some stuff for us here so we can talk some whiskey. All right, so what we got? Glass A. We seen that Glass A. We're gonna go Woodford store pick. Yeah, we're gonna try and not get white girl wasted tonight. We're gonna keep it a little cleaner.
Oh my gosh! I can just imagine white girl wasted. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Sally? Woo!
C is gonna be Old Forester 1910, which will probably be the champion. But we'll see what happens. And then B will be Balcones Pot Still, which this is almost half the price of the other two. So
I gotta find that Balcones. I have to find it.
It's good, man. I really like it. I mean,
I haven't seen it out here. Have you seen it, B?
Yeah.
You have?
It depends on which one. You talking about the Brimstone?
No, they're just the standard of the Pot Still. Their budget offering. Let me mix these around here.
Up on his thumbnail.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, there's a single malt. That's the black label. That's like a Scotch, similar to like a Scotch. And then there's True Blue Pot Still. That, and of course that's the blue label. And then Pot Still's the red label. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into these here, and we'll chat as we go. So Wood's saying, also I almost missed him. What's up, Shits? How we doing, man? Good to see you. Feel free to pop on if you like.
Man, I just like the nose on 1910 a lot, bro. When I put my nose in and smell the nose, get my nose all in it, man, all my boogers disappear. All the mucus is gone from my nose. Forget dicks. Let me just sniffle some 1910.
So Woods, on that Blue Note store pick you got, where's that source from?
That sounds really good.
All right, so I'm pretty sure my first glass is the Balcones. It smells like it anyway.
I can't get past how good I like the nose on the 1910. See, all I'm doing is the Woodford Reserve versus 1910 for you guys to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so somebody in the comments of the Woodford video suggested I throw the Balcones in there. So I was like, yeah, all right, why not?
If I had it, I would do it too. I would, but I don't have it. But I tell you this, when I nose the Woodford Reserve versus the 1910, it smells like nail polish compared to that. It's crazy. And I know it don't feel bad, but it's like that's like when you drink something and something tastes so good and everything else don't taste as good when something really good stands out. You understand what I'm talking about? And if you just drink it by yourself, you'd be like, man, this is great. Have you ever had that before?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot.
You did a lot. Yeah.
That will not stand for this grid. Yeah. Sorry all that saw my nonsense last night. Anyway.
Stop apologizing, bro. You are awesome. Your nonsense is still you. We can all be assholes.
Last night I wasn't so awesome. Like
girl wasted.
I'll admit it.
Black girl angry.
Yeah.
Indian woman Buddhist peaceful.
Is that a thing? We're
everything. We're humans. Humans are diversity. We're diversified. We are not static. We are dynamic. So you saw one day of Sean being woohoo, let's go streaking, and Next time you can find Zen Buddha shine. You know, you're gonna find a Michael Jackson shine. You know, Michael Jackson moonwalking away from danger shine without being on fire. So it's all good.
We're gonna try and be a little more zen tonight. Then because I was glad I rewatched it, which I guess I shouldn't have done, and I was a little bit of an asshole. I can admit it. I was a little bit. So you know, that's what it is.
You're an asshole. That's what the butt says to the anus.
True. Yeah. So what Chris is bringing up there, that's how I described this bottle last night. Like, you know, when you're super dehydrated and your pee is real dark and you get that kind of stink coming off your pee because you're so dehydrated, that, like, if you bottled that and you could taste that smell, it's this.
All right, I'm about to try this.
I'm gonna have to send you guys some. It'll probably make it into our next round of terrible whiskey night. Guess what?
Good.
I will say first round through. I think I already know where I'm going. Now I could be wrong, but I think this one is 1910. I think a third glass is the Woodford. And the Woodford's cool. It's just, granted, this is a pick, so that's helping it some. But
it ain't bad. But compared to 1910, Woodford Reserve Double Oak is actually really, really oaky. Like, it's funny. It is double the oak in a name when you, yeah. But let me see. Break that 1910 again.
Yeah, it's just better. The nose on the 1910 is way better.
Oh, for sure. If a woman smelled like this, I would probably never move away from her. I'm just being honest. That's how good it smells. It sounds like, I don't like the word, I'm gonna use it. It sounds creepy, but it's the truth. Like, if you smell like 1910, I'd be all up on you. Like, get away from me. I'm like, no, baby.
Yeah, the nose on the Woodford just doesn't have a whole lot going on, really. It's very muted.
Like, nail polish, like, almost in a way compared to 1910.
Of course, I say that I could be wrong. I haven't looked yet, so this could be the Woodford, but I don't think it is.
What do you think,
the Balcones is actually better competition to this than I thought it would be.
I gotta get the nail polish. I hate that smell.
Do you get it?
I'm getting it now, but I gotta get that out of my brain. Let's see.
Yeah.
Because I'm smelling something past it though.
I mean, it's just, but the 1910 is probably messing up the way you nose it. Because you can get past the nail polish. That's why you probably got to pour it in the glass, man.
See, Rob, I don't want to get back on that subject, but you're right. Like, you did, and that's why I was like, bro, why are you gonna just crap all over Wild Turkey? And then the same week he was talking about Kentucky Spirit. So I don't know. Just, anyway, long live Wild Turkey for sure.
I can go with Aiden says. I feel like Woodford Double Oaked has dropped in quality in the last couple of years. The one I had a couple of years ago was awesome. Some with picks, but the last shelfer I had, I gave away. I can understand it because it's not. This one is not bad. Because when I just gave away, I gave away one because it wasn't that great to me. But it was horrible. I was like, I'm not gonna drink it because it didn't stand out. But this one right here don't taste as bad as the last one I had that I gave away. Wait till you try it, V, because you'll see.
I remember the first one I had.
It was great.
It was like maple syrup.
Yeah, it was great.
Let's see.
I gotta find some store pick one of this. Next time I see one, I'll grab it.
I'll close the door.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It just compared to the 1910, it's around the same price too. I would get 1910 all day. 1910 is stomping on this, man.
Yeah.
Like really stomping on it.
Let's do the reveal. I'm pretty sure I know what they are, but okay. So Balcones is third, but I mean, honestly, for it being a $25, $30 bottle, like, it was still pretty good, solid. Yeah, B, Balcones. I'm guessing this is the. Oh no! Wait a second. I was talking all that crap. The Woodford store pick is the one I like the best.
Well, Reyes is going to be 1910. I didn't have to blind it. I would have knew.
But okay, so couple things though. This is a store pick, and I do like it better than the standard version. And this is the old bottle of 1910, which I think is good, but not as good as the new one. You guys have the new one, right?
Yeah, we had a new one. We went like 3 or 4 bottles. So I'm telling you, this bottle I had is better than the last bottle that I gave away, but it's not as good as the first one that I remember drinking. I know he had one before. So
yeah, this Woodford Starpick's better than the old 1910. I wish I had the new one. I mean, I had it, but I drank it all.
See, that's what whiskey isn't meant to be. Drink. Like you want to save it, but by the time you save it, you like might as well just drink it and buy another one if I can. Like that's the problem. You start liking stuff.
Well, so as I pointed out when I did the 1910 comparison video, the old one has more bitter tannic oak, and that's what's kind of putting me off on this glass. Whereas the new 1910 doesn't have as much of that. Like it's a little more smoothed out. Like there's not. So I don't know what Old Forester did when they changed the bottles, but yeah, the new one, in my opinion, is better. Not that this is bad, but
since you talk about Old Forester, let's talk about the lady who's leaving Old Forester to start her own brand.
Yeah, man. Okay, here.
Let me ask a question. How old is she?
I don't know exactly. I would guess she's late 30s, early 40s, something like that.
Is that old? She looks like really young to me. What you think, B?
I don't even know how she looks.
Oh, you never seen her?
I'm pulling up a picture right now, so because I'd plan on talking about it. So for everybody that doesn't know who we're talking about, let me get this up here. No, I don't want to do it that way. I guess that'll work. Let's see. Let me switch back to the stream. I guess I should be able to share it that way. There we go.
Jackie.
So here she is. This is Miss Jackie Zykin. Yeah, so she was the nose over at Old Forester. She's responsible for the 117 project of Old Forester, which here I got a picture for that as well. Here we go.
She looks like she maybe 29, 30. He says she looks like she's 39. You see her, Jackie?
Okay, well, am I still sharing? I guess not. No, we're just black screen. Here we go. Let's this is a picture of her with the fantastic whiskey she made. Sorry, the GIMP thing, it pulls it up that way for some reason. Anyway, yeah, so there was one of the bottles she was responsible for, which I don't know anybody that hasn't loved that series, but now she's moved on. She's doing her own thing. Hidden Barn is the new brand that she's going to be a part of. So yeah, she's starting her own whiskey, which, good for her. It's kind of a sad day on the one hand because she's not part of Old Forester, which is one of my favorite brands. But at the same time, she's also starting her own thing. So that means more variety of awesome whiskey, hopefully. So yeah. So you think she's mid-20s? Well, let's find out. Google knows.
That's right. Google knows.
Jackie Zykin.
She's maybe 30, 33 at the most, 34. Like 29. She looks really good.
She is 34. There you go. Charles almost hit it on the head.
So I wonder how long has she been into whiskey, and what do you got to do to become a professional taster? How do you become, like, how many years you got to get in before you can get in like that? I'm just curious. Because you have the fantastic palate, how do you become that? I know what whiskey tastes like. That's good.
Okay.
Let me start my own brand. I'm being silly with it, but I'm just curious. I always want to be a professional toilet tester, and I'm like, how many toilets do I gotta sit in before I can say I design toilets for a living?
Hey, but I mean, so her job was nosing the whiskey and tasting as well. But she's the 117, that line is her. That was her baby. So, and she put out some really great stuff. So yeah. And Aiden, yes, you nailed it. Yes, that is the person that pissed me off. So, I mean, I can't even say that. Like, it's just the way he went about it irritated me. Like, I don't like hate the man or anything. It's just even though I got a little animated last night, but it's just everybody goes about things differently, and he's doing his thing, and that's whatever. Anyway, moving on. Hi, Stacy. It's good to see you. It is good to see Stacy, as always. And my chat just jumped way ahead. Okay, you guys are just talking amongst yourselves, so that's good. I feel like Woodford Double Oak has dropped in quality. Like, I think you're right. I know Charles read that earlier, but I think you're right. I think it kind of has. It's kind of fallen off. Not really. Yeah, see, that's where I was at. I thought she was like late 30s, early 40s. Hopefully Jackie never sees this. Anyway, did I see her on Fred? Probably, yeah. I'm sure she has been. I would not doubt that at all. I'm sure Fred's probably had her on. She is young. Yeah, she is very young. Yeah, so I'm curious what your thoughts are on that, chat. 7 years at Old Forester alone. Yeah. Yeah, so she will be missed, but, can't wait to see what her new brand will bring. And hopefully, distribution on that will be pretty wide so we can all try it. And, can't wait to see what Jackie's going to do next. So, Charles, are we ready to talk Star Wars? Are we ready to get into this?
I'm ready to get into whatever you want to get into. I flow like the wind.
All right. So first off, have you seen all of the Kenobi series now?
Yes.
Okay. I figured everybody had at this point. I gave it a few weeks. That way, no spoilers. Well, I mean, there's going to be spoilers, but hopefully all y'all have seen it. So, I don't like the. Just going back to the whiskey thing, I don't like the Old Forester 1910, the old bottle, as much as this pick. But it being a pick kind of makes it unfair. So whatever. I'll have to send you guys some of this pick because this pick's pretty amazing. That's really good. So Star Wars. Okay, well, let me address this first. Okay, so didn't hear what he went on about. I doubt he's an awful person, but the way he acts has repeatedly bothered me, and I leave it. Yeah. I think we'll leave it there. But I know what you mean, Aiden. Jackie does look young. At some point, she was a brand rep for a. Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. There you go. Fair enough, Woods. So, all right, Obi-Wan. So I'm gonna just there's so many moments that I could pick on, but this was one that I was just like, okay, that's now this screen share is gonna annoy me. I can tell already because of the way this website decides to. Well, anyway, I'll share it there and I'll switch it back when I have to. It's one of those like where the screen keeps changing, the picture keeps changing. Here we go. Yeah, so this moment here. For those of you that saw it, I don't care. Like Force user or not, you can't outrun like water. You can't do that. It's not like he's holding it and then he just like stops holding it and then it immediately it waters after him. And yeah. Like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for you. So I don't know what. Like I guess no one's ever been around rushing water that was on the Disney crew. I don't know. Well, I mean, so here's my experience. There was this one time that I was working on a above ground pool back in Florida, and somebody. Well, the guy I was working on with, he hit the edge too hard and it cracked it, and it immediately started leaking. Well, he hopped out and tried to go over there to like push it. As soon as he pushed on the side, it just exploded. He could not outrun how fast the water comes out, and nobody can because of the way water pressure works. You can't outrun rushing water. So I don't know. Like that's a thing. It's a weird thing to nitpick, but that just I was like, really? Okay, that's like nobody's ever seen water before. Apparently on the Disney crew. I don't know what we're doing over there, but and me and Charles have already extensively talked about how annoying young Princess Leia is. But Charles, you want to hop in on thoughts on? Go ahead, man. Let's hear it. I know you've seen it. I know you got a lot to say about it. So
I'm gonna speak. I just try not to interrupt. If you know me, I really want you to finish before I say anything. So my thoughts, it just doesn't make it. See, I have a problem with bad stories. I don't care what agenda you're trying to push, just logic and bad stories.
Yeah.
So it just sucks because you had such a great story you could have told, and it had to be logical. It just, I think other like that whole episode that you're talking about when he went to save Leia from the planet, he sneaked out with her under his coat, and like you know they got the Jedi acceleration. Like he could have like do force speed or whatever. None of that.
Like he did in what's the first Phantom Menace.
It's Phantom Menace. Like so, some things I don't even want to. Or a woman can slap a stormtrooper in armor and kill him or knock him out. Like just like seriously. So I can go so deep on it, but I'm not trying to go point for point. It just the story it didn't make sense.
Let's break it down, man. I mean, so like that scene you're talking about where he's like hiding her under his coat. Like that's the best you could do. Like really? Like there's all kinds of like big containers and stuff around. They could have. There's like a million different possibilities they could have went with other than just there's just 2 extra feet under my coat now. Like that's not suspicious at all.
The whole logic of it was just silly, man. The story was horrible. It was too much Leia and the angry black woman Reva story. And I'm not trying to say that, but it didn't make it just didn't. It was and the redemption. Oh, I got stabbed 3 times. Like Qui-Gon got stabbed 1 time and he died. Reva got stabbed twice. First, she got stabbed once when she was a little girl. She didn't die. Then she got stabbed 2 times with Darth Vader, and she chose 3 times total. You've been stabbed through, and you didn't die. Then you get up in less than 5 minutes. I don't know how the time is working, but you get to Tatooine.
How did she get off the planet?
Huh?
How did she even get off the planet in the first place?
I don't even know how she got there in the first place. And how did she? Because he said the boy. So what does the boy got to do with it? Who are you trying to hurt? If you're trying to hurt Darth Vader, or you mad at Obi-Wan now? Why are you going back to kill Luke? Because you don't even know Luke is related to Darth Vader. What do you know? Like like you trying to get? What is it? It doesn't make sense. It's a conundrum of illogic of the awesomeness of women. That's what I love the awesomeness of women. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is you got to make it make sense. You can be Sigourney Weaver awesome. You can be Black Widow awesome. Because listen, you can be Wanda in WandaVision awesome. Because at least I couldn't hate on it. Like if you're going to make a story and you call it Obi-Wan, then make the story about Obi-Wan. That's like making a story about whiskey and all you're doing is drinking beer. And say, I don't like whiskey. One scene, like, well, how you gonna call a movie whiskey if you're drinking beer? How you gonna call a show Obi-Wan when it ain't about Obi-Wan? It's about Reva and Leia. Obi-Wan guest starring Obi-Wan. Guest starring Darth Vader. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not even gonna get to the technical aspects or how illogical, it is. Like, why they didn't allow fighters to like when Obi-Wan dropped off the ship? Why did you just send fighters after the escaping ship and just and just why didn't Darth Vader do the shuttle and let them keep on chasing them? It didn't make sense.
There's so many moments like that. You're just like, really? That was a weird choice like a weird direction to go writing wise. Like, why did you? And like, okay, so like where Reva throws like the box up and explodes it from the snow speeder. Like again, like why didn't they? There's like TIE fighters hanging right there. Like you can see them. It's in the shot, and like nobody. Like okay, I mean. Like we can solve this problem right now. We can, but the plot has to happen. So logic just gets thrown out the window.
Even the dude who died, they want us to make. Do you guys? I mean, do you know who that dude was?
I don't care.
Nobody knows who that dude was. Like you just so
like care for a little bit. Like
it would have just
pour a little liquor for him. Like who is this? I don't know who he was.
pour out liquor for John Doe because nobody knows who he is.
And then Ice Cube's son is like, man, he didn't even have to. What was his purpose?
Why
To
was
die.
he in the, like why did we got Ice Cube's son is in Star Wars now as a character you never heard of and will never hear of again because he started the path. You know, not a Jedi. We never heard of him. He's not young Forrest Whitaker. Why are you in this show? Like there's no connection. There's no. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I just didn't. It didn't make sense to me, man. I really. It's disappointing that I don't want to revisit it. I don't want to go back to criticize it. It's like. Okay, I'm gonna say something wrong, but it's like me. Listen, even Doctor Strange. At least I can enjoy it for the bubblegum pop it was, even though I thought it was stupid in a lot of ways. I said, okay, I enjoyed it. Obi-Wan, I just looked at it like, man, this is so dumb. And I'm a Star Wars dude who knows the lore, understands expanded universe and legends, and I'm watching this stuff. I'm like, huh? Like, dude, really? You messed up everything. It's dumb, man. That's dumb. I can't even speak about it because it's dumb, man.
What would you give it on 1 to 10?
So Darth Vader's in it? 6. Because I like Darth Vader. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Anything with Darth Vader, I got to give it 6. I just got to give it a 6.
So you think, what about the best scene? The best scene that you had to been Vader and Reva.
Vader and Reva was the best scene by far. And then when he pulled the ship down, that was like kind of dope. And then just that for that moment, that was the best scene. Just that part, just that.
But okay, so here's the thing though. Even that scene, as much as I love that scene where he pulls the ship down.
If you take Darth Vader out the show, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh yeah, but I mean, so like that scene where he pulls the first ship down, why couldn't he pull the second ship down? Like,
doesn't make sense. I told you it's dumb.
Like it's like he had force powers that were amazing, and then all of a sudden, no force powers.
I'm tired now. You don't get tired. When you're strong with the force, you never get tired because you're strong with the force. The force empowers you.
He's freaking Darth Vader. It's like I have a 1 ship limit per day. I can only pull down 1 ship per day.
I'm gonna go somewhere with this because most people forget this. Darth Vader. Okay, Anakin potential is more than Palpatine. Way like double Palpatine, 200%. Darth Vader is stronger than Anakin was when he fought Obi-Wan at the end of the Revenge of the Sith. You understand that?
Right.
So Anakin was better than Obi-Wan when he fought at the Revenge of the Sith, but he lost because of his arrogance, not because he wasn't better. So Darth Vader is more powerful than that Anakin. How the hell are you losing to Obi-Wan who ain't trained when you ain't never stopped training? That don't make no sense. Like it could have. I could see Obi-Wan outsmarting him, but you're not gonna beat him in the Force because Anakin hates you. So his whole power is this, and he's been practicing for a long time. If they go on by what the story was told before, you're making Darth Vader weaker than Anakin because Anakin was manhandling Obi-Wan the whole way. It was Obi-Wan backing up, and Anakin just because they practice so much, he knows moves. But
yeah, I mean, so
and Darth Vader's stronger than Anakin was. He's stronger. And Anakin can do.
And Revenge of the Sith, I mean, the only reason that Anakin loses is because of the high ground, supposedly.
It really is arrogance. It was arrogance. It was dumb. He thought he could. If you read the book, he thought he could kill Obi-Wan with his own move. He's gonna kill him like Darth Maul. Flip over him and cut him in half. It's like he already practiced it. That's what it said. So he lost because he was too cocky. That's the reason he lost. He did something stupid, because I'm better than you.
But see, in the fight scene in Episode 6 of Obi-Wan, like there's no logical reason why Vader loses. Like because basically Obi-Wan just overpowers him. Like he just
that should never happen.
Exactly.
It would have made more sense if let's say Darth Vader would have buried Obi-Wan and he left and think he was still alive, and then Obi-Wan escaped. Then I could have accepted that. Or if Obi-Wan had somehow tricked Vader to bury him and he escaped, then I get that because.
I'm sorry, folks. We'll get back. We'll get back to whiskey here in a little bit.
We can go back to whiskey. We'll talk about this all night. We can talk about the beautiful Jackie's. Let's talk about her.
Me and Charles need to do some like Patreon only, just lives where we talk about Star Wars because I know we lose a lot of you guys when we get in deep into Star Wars. But anyway, I like this though. Darth Vader should have time traveled and beat Kylo Ren just for fun. Yeah, like stop being such a whiny little brat. I mean, like there's parts of the Obi-Wan series that I thought were cool. I mean, like Charles said, because of Vader. Like all the cool scenes are with Vader. And then outside of that, it's just bad writing, and the story doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And there's like things that happen only because the plot says they have to happen. They would not happen for any other reason. There's no logical reason that they happen. It just does because the plot has to move forward. And like the thing is that happens so much now in just Disney movies across the board that it's kind of getting frustrating. Like, this is a giant company and they have like some of the worst writers on the planet. So I don't really understand it, but anyway, whiskey. So let me get some hydration going here.
Okay. So what is your favorite daily sipper at this time, Sean? If you just wanted to pour something, I know you got a lot of things that you drink, but what is your favorite?
Probably this. I mean, as far as like a budget, I mean, I cannot stress enough how much I'm blown away by the depth of flavors for a $25 bottle. Like, it's
so you picked that over this for a daily sipper for budget.
Yeah, I mean, and not that's a really good bottle. So this
is the king of daily sippers to me. And
I mean, so it's like I said earlier, it's really close to like this kind of an experience, like a double oak kind of experience, but it's like at half the price. So
you asked me about this, and I must admit, because I drank some of it when you had said it, it has like a taste. Even B said it, it's like an aftertaste on this. And if I have to compare this to the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond,
go for it, man. Yeah,
I'm saying I don't think it's a comparison. I did. I'm just telling you what I really want to compare. I haven't did is Mellow Corn versus Evan Williams. That I think would be I haven't had Mellow Corn in a while, and that's really a good little cheaper, you know.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Mellow Corn. I'm cool with Mellow Corn. It's just, I mean, you know, I've said this before. I mean, for me, the Evan is so close in price. I don't see any reason to not just buy the Evan. So I always buy that.
There
he is. 143 bourbon. Yeah.
86 versus 1910. You think? Is that what you said?
You could taste some of it. It seemed like 1910 is just really rough.
Okay, I'll pour some. Let me finish this double oak. Let me get through it.
All right. So apparently I got Jackie's age wrong. So she because 143 bourbon is saying that she was 35 in 2020. So she might be 37 now.
Okay.
But
I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, so Google just failed us is what happened. So yeah, because I mean, to me, and I'm not. I think she's a very attractive woman. I want to be clear, so I'm not picking on her. But she just, in the face, she looked older than 34. So you know, whatever. But hey, we all age. It's part of life. That said, I think she's a very attractive woman, even still. So you know, good on Jackie. And also, she's just an amazing whiskey person. So, Rob MC, I avoid Texas whiskey for a long time. Daniel H shared a bunch of Balcony samples with me, mostly single malts. I enjoyed them. Yeah. Like I think Balcones is doing some pretty good stuff. Of course I say that I've only had two. I've had the single malt and this, and I like both of them. So
you bring Mellow Corn.
But yeah, I mean, if you like the darker notes like you would get in like a double oaked kind of thing, I think this is fairly similar to that for half the price. So, and 143 Bourbon says, wasn't real impressed with the JD Bonded. Fair enough. Mellow Corn can be really good sometimes. You know what? I haven't had Mellow Corn in a little while. Let's pour a little bit of that. What are you guys pouring now?
Mellow Corn.
Okay, fair enough. There we go.
I'm gonna do Mellow Corn.
We'll be unified.
But, Evan Williams. I'm gonna pour that.
Oh, so we're gonna do okay, yeah, I can do that with you.
Calling me.
Blind number 2. Oh yeah, that's a fair point, Woods. Yeah, I would say whiskey probably does age you faster, especially when you drink a lot of it. But hey, she still looks good for her age. If I were a single man, I would not be upset if she was interested in me.
I would not either. Yeah. Gonna try some of this.
Okay, yes, that's a thought I hadn't had before, Aiden. But fair point. Yeah, mellocorn is fine. I bet it's great with pulled pork. Probably so. I've never had that combo, but I might have to marinate my next pulled pork in some mellocorn. I mean, it's cheap enough that you could do that. So
there we go. Mellocorn versus Evan Williams. I'm gonna try it.
All right.
That's what I want to do. So
I'm going to do the same here. So, blind number 2, we got mellocorn and B. Actually, that's more than I wanted to drink of that, but anyway.
You just got a blind because you just look at mellocorn and see what it actually looks like.
Yeah, that's true. This may not be a fair comparison. Yeah, the Evan is a lot darker, like visibly. Well, I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but several shades darker. Evan here, mellocorn here.
There we go.
Anyway, so it won't really be a blind because I can see immediately what's what. But yeah, mellocorn's here. Anyway,
there you go.
Let's see about this here.
This is what?
This is Evan Williams. I'm doing a mellocorn for you. I'm a mellocornia. Mellocornia, man. Something wrong with mellocorn. Got a glass already. There you go. From mellocorn.
I mean, mellocorn just smells like sour mash. It does.
There you go.
It just smells like the mash.
Here, two over
here. If I'm sure most of the people in chat have done a distillery tour. So if you're ever over the vat of mash, it smells very much like that. Slightly sweeter, not quite as sour as that, but very similar.
Excuse me.
I think of butter popcorn.
Okay. And Evan smells like a bourbon.
Marinade pork butt.
Yeah, I shouldn't say marinade. I mop it is probably more accurate.
Marinate your butt.
It's important.
Me and butts, boy. I like butts.
No, I do a lot. I smoke a lot of meats, so you can take that how you will. And so I'm always I have a spray bottle to keep it moist, keep my butts moist, and also I have a thing that I glaze my butts as well.
Okay, boy, this is an equal opportunity channel. I'm just be quiet. I'm gonna say so many wrong things.
No, go for it. Let's hear it, Charles. I opened it up for conversation on purpose. So
hey, you stay on. I don't care what you do. You can glaze all the booties you want, man.
I like a nice sweet booty. So anyway, we got Aiden joining us. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Hey, Aiden, what's going on, brother?
Popping a little mellocorn with us.
Oh, he joined us. Oh, Rob.
There we go.
There you go.
Great trust.
It's always better than I think it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has a defined corn note to it. I just see mellocorn as the baby version of Obtainium. So,
okay, yeah, I get that.
They're both basically corn whiskey. They're both kind of have similar flavor profiles, higher alcohol than they probably should be.
Right,
but they're both pretty good.
Oh, here we go. And now we got Rob as well. Awesome.
I'd rather have the Obtainium, but for $14 a liter.
Cheers.
Yeah, I had a pour of Obtainium at a bar a while ago. So can't really remember, but from what I'm recalling, I get where you're going there, Aiden.
Oh, I've got a bunch of them.
There you go.
Everybody pulled out the mellocorn. Now I feel like a team.
I heard mellocorn. I had to be here. What's going on, Aiden? Good to see you, man. It's been a while.
And Rob, Is the mic new, or have I just never noticed it before?
No, it's just hanging in a different place. Can you hear me okay? Because I just moved it today.
You sound great. You said you sound great. You sound great sometimes.
You're a little low, but here, let me see if I can adjust you on my end.
I can adjust it here, probably, maybe.
So Obtainium's definitely sweeter, but the similarities are there.
Yeah.
I have an Obtainium.
It's a different taste, but it's not bad. Like
You can tell they're kind of starting from the same place.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so going back to back, I haven't done these side by side before, even though, same distillery, all that good stuff. I do prefer the Evan.
Me too.
But I mean, if I were just like chilling, watching TV, like Mellocorn's great for that. If you just want, you don't have to think about.
Well, they're both good though. Like if you under $20, you're getting something that's pretty decent. I would prefer the Evan, but I would not be mad at this. It's like,
I think this would probably be pretty good with like barbecue, just because that corniness.
I agree. I heard you saying.
It would probably also be pretty good just for cooking in general.
Yeah, like I know you were giving me some crap earlier, Woods, but honestly, like if you threw a pork butt in a big bag and let it sit in this overnight and let that really absorb into the meat, I bet that would be pretty amazing. Yeah.
Glazed butts. You got me with that one. He said glazed butts.
Sounds like my basement.
So Jack, Jack brought this up last week during my Mexico stream.
Oh, I hate Abasolo.
Well, he got a bottle, and so I'm interested. I'm always up for trying something new. So Jack, because he's a great guy, is gonna send me a little here soon. He got a bottle, so yeah, I can't wait to try it, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
HBR and I both do not have positive opinions of Abasolo. The main problem being that it basically just tastes like a less refined version of this for about 4 times the price.
Interesting.
They are very, very similar. It tastes like a younger, much more dusty, smoky version of this, and it's $40.
Wow.
So
I mean,
that is my problem with it.
Mellocorn's bonded and bonded.
The Abasolo also has a very distinct kind of like dirt flavor to it.
So when you say dirt, Aiden, do you mean kind of
like dirt?
I mean, you're sitting in the middle of a baseball field in the sand,
so like a
something kicks up into your mouth,
like a
and you're
dusty
sucking on it.
Yeah, like
I got
moonshine.
you. I mean,
I know you mean when you said dirt. I've had that before.
I mean,
You ever play baseball and you're standing in that sandy dirt shit that you're sitting in, and the wind kicks up and you get that? It tastes like that.
I mean, because what I was going to say is I was wondering if you meant because on the back of Old Number 7, the finish, I get this kind of muddy, earthy, like garden soil kind of, and I've done a lot of gardening, so sometimes you wipe your mouth and you get a little kind of that action going on.
To me, it's a little bit more that is a little bit more of like an earthiness you'd get from like a vegetable you picked out of a garden. Or like kind of like peanuts that still have a little bit of that earth quality to them. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get a real like muddiness on the
back
end of Jack.
I don't think Abasolo tastes muddy. It's more of a dry. I'm standing in the desert and it's windy.
What's the name of it, Aiden?
Abasolo. It's a 2-year, I believe, ancestral corn whiskey from, I believe, Mexico.
Oh,
yeah.
It's $40 for a 750, and it tastes like dirty Mellocorn.
How much does it cost in Mexico?
I'm curious.
Don't know.
See, because that was Jack's question as well. He was wondering if I found a bottle, and I did not. But I wasn't. I also wasn't looking for it.
I mean, that doesn't mean it doesn't have its place. Like in this area, I've seen them fly off when they've done tastings. It's very easy to drink. Which means with people who think that's a good thing, or at least a sign of quality, they're going to buy it. Because it's light, it's easy. But the flavor on it could use time.
So Stacy poured another thing I can't pronounce. Talnoa? Talnoa. I don't know. Something. Talnoa Old Saints Keep 2022 American single pot still. Freaking delicious. Okay, cool.
I should say I don't have anything against the Apazolo company. It's more Diageo because they jack up the price on everything, and they're the ones who distribute it. Everything Diageo makes right now is like really expensive, especially their new stuff. Abasolo is one. They have a new Japanese whiskey under their profile that's like a 3-year rice whiskey for about $55. It's just a common thing with them. I admire them for finding some like old ancestral corn and trying to make booze out of it.
That is kind of cool.
The price is high. I get they're covering overhead, but
yeah, I mean, I imagine growing ancestral corn is not cheap because it's not like your 50-cent per dozen at Walmart kind of corn.
Yeah, and I just hate feeling like I'm like shitting all over the brand because it's not because
that's okay.
Like I said, somebody's gonna like it. It's just Jack likes it apparently, which great, awesome.
And I might. I've never had it, so I won't know. But
you
until
might.
I try it, yeah. We'll see. I'm always up for trying new stuff. So, and also, Stacy, thank you in advance. Yeah, can't wait for that. Stacy's got all kinds of cool stuff to hand deliver to me. So looking forward to that. See here, never had Abasolo, but was not impressed by the Baby Blue. So who has had the Baby Blue?
I've had Baby Blue.
Okay. Thoughts? I haven't had it, so.
Meh.
Okay, gotcha. Meh. Fair enough.
But the thing is with most corn whiskeys is they tend to taste like mellow corn. And mellow corn is $14 for a liter.
That's true. That is true.
That's the baseline of every argument with every corn whiskey.
And this bottle has been sitting for I don't know a couple months, and I haven't really touched it. And it's kind of opened up, and it's pretty nice. It's nicer than
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's nicer than I remember it being. So
yeah,
and so the way I see it is, if you're gonna make a corn whiskey, it's going against mellow corn.
So you say
and they all tend to kind of just taste like mellow corn to a degree.
Would you call mellow corn the standard of great corn whiskey?
I'm calling it the standard of cheap corn whiskey.
Okay, so what's the standard of great corn whiskey? Because I don't know what a great corn whiskey is. I want to hear what you think.
I think the new bar
I would call Tanium great corn whiskey technically because it's 99% corn.
Oh yeah, that's true. The new Bardstown,
yeah.
The new Bardstown's the corn whiskey, basically.
What's the best bang for the buck other than mellow corn and corn whiskey?
Herbaceous.
My brain shut off for a second.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
Other than mellow corn, what is the
okay,
bang for the buck in corn? I don't know that much about corn whiskeys, so I'm asking.
It ain't bad. I tend to the problem here is that they tend to just kind of taste like mellow corn. So there is no real like
stand out
great version here because they're very similar. So unless you're getting like a White Dog or like a true moonshine, it's kind of hard to say. I get I'm not really answering the question.
You answered good enough. You answered great because sometimes if there's no definitive answer, all you can give is your best guesstimate, or like you said, it's really hard to say. That's a great answer.
They're all different enough that you could kind of just pick one, but the prices vary so much that it's hard to say. And I haven't had enough of like the real like actual like in a mason jar ones, because you can get some good ones that are like $15 for like a 50% corn whiskey in a mason jar. Right. You can get those, and I haven't had many of them.
Speaking of White Dog, though, there's a movie called White Dog that
you mean like this right here?
My friend Brian always recommends, and I think you guys should all watch it and tell us what you think.
What now?
I got it.
Called White Dog. Is that the name of the movie, Brian?
Yeah.
White Dog.
I guess the way I would put it in the end is I haven't personally had a true corn whiskey I would personally call great. So I use mellow corn as a standard because it's $14 for a liter and it ain't bad.
I understood. I understand what you meant. You elaborated effectively, when you first said it, you said there was no definitive. And when you say that, there's not one that picks out that's so great to you that you recommend. Yet there's a lot of them. So go ahead and try them, and maybe I will find. Well, I got you. You did good, bro.
I have an
So,
iron here.
I just gotta show off my shine real quick here.
58.9.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure I'm
Stacey
gonna
H said
find it
coolly single grain. A lot of the time, the Irish whiskeys that are single grains, many of them can be corn based. Kavanaugh has one, and then
What's
Cooley
Nebraska?
also have one, and I believe they're both corn. And I'd be surprised if the Kavanaugh wasn't Cooley. So
Yeah. So AZ mentioned that Tipsy says herbaceous, Stephen. Yeah. So this particular bootleg shine I got here, this is the real deal, made right here locally by people I can't say. But yeah, it's legit, made in Kentucky, moonshine by people. It's a little funky though. This is not my favorite batch. It's a little bit like pine needles. There's a little bit of that. It's not great. That's why it's still very full. I've had it for a while, but yeah. If anybody's interested in trying the real deal, I can hand deliver it.
I might be interested in that.
Okay. It's herbaceous.
That's strange. I'm assuming it's all corn.
It is. Yeah, it does not taste. It tastes very much like mellow corn. There's a little bit of herbiness going on. There's kind of I'm trying to figure out what that flavor is.
Dirt.
No, it's not. It's a sour note. It's a sour note that mellow corn does not have.
Yeah, see, straight corn whiskey at full proof. What moonshine runs? What, about 160, 70 proof? A little more, maybe. I mean,
it all depends on how they cut it. This is lower.
Yeah. Is it?
This is about 120-ish.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. No. So
is there an aftertaste on the moonshine?
yeah. So that the aftertaste is a little bit. I mean, I would say sour oak, but there's no oak involved in this, so it's not that. But it's similar to that kind of sour oak tang.
Yeah.
So depending on how they cut it, that could be kind of what some people call Band-Aid.
So I just poured an iron root corn whiskey, and
So that would mean they probably went into a tail cut.
Yeah. So it's a little that kind of Band-Aid medicinal thing you get on some scotches. There's a hint of that. It's not nearly as strong as a scotch. I wouldn't say it's off-putting. It's just different.
I don't like aftertaste much. If something has an aftertaste, it makes me shy away from it.
Well,
this new Jack Daniels, it got a little bit of that aftertaste, and I was thinking about it. When you sip it, it's cool. But when you let it sit for a bit and you try it again, it's like, what's that aftertaste? And
the
you made me
bonded
think
or the
about
triple mash?
The bonded. I haven't had a triple mash.
Hey, Aiden, because I got a bunch of people I need to send stuff. Woods being one of them. I got to send the.
That's that Maplewood.
How is the triple mash? I haven't had it. Is it good?
But Aiden,
it's worth It's worth the $35 or whatever it is. In my opinion.
I think the bonded is worth the price. This is good to try. I
got one.
But Aiden or anybody else, Charles, Rob, anybody else, if you guys would like to try this, I got plenty of it. So if you want to try a little bit, I'd be happy to.
I'm a sissy with that stuff. My sister used to get that from me from the hollers in West Virginia, but it was, very, very high proof.
Yeah, no, this isn't like White Lightning.
I would throw cinnamon sticks in it and let it sit, and then mix it with apple juice.
He tries everything.
So now this guy that I get it from, he does proof his stuff down some, and also he doesn't, he's not going for the crazy. He's going for flavor. And so he told me that this batch was a little bit different than normal, and it is because normally it's more like mellow corn. I mean, it's just kind of just a general sweetness. Yeah. Of course, no oak influence, obviously, but but more just a kind of a just a standard sweet corn whiskey. And so he got a little bit different flavors. He was going for that because so Aiden, he actually used some what's the term the older corn varieties. He actually used some of that in this batch. So there's a little bit of a funk that comes with that, but it's I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just kind of it's different. It's different than what you normally get. So
there aren't many things I would legitimately call bad.
Yeah, I mean,
it's usually, hey, you made an effort. Like somebody's gonna like this.
I want to hear your badness. What do you not like? And you, Rob, I want to hear.
It usually comes down to the company rather than the product.
So explain, please elaborate.
There's plenty of companies out there that will take a product and they don't tell you what they're doing, and then they put it out for a lot of money.
Gotcha.
I understand, but I want to know.
I don't personally have a great opinion of the Jefferson's company.
Kind of with you on that one, Aiden.
Everything they make, I think, is pretty high priced for what it is. Yep. None of it has ages. They don't really say much about the processes. They don't say where it's coming from. I know it's sourced. They don't say anything about where it comes from. And then they put it out at pretty high prices. They don't have anything to do with Thomas Jefferson, which the whiskey's fine.
Yeah,
like it's all fine.
Just to kind of
they have such a following because of that ocean aged at sea.
Yeah.
And another thing on that is the aged at sea. Like the original ones were really interesting. They were like almost black because they had so much of the wood contact, and now they just put it on a big ocean liner and just like it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, that one was a gift, and I kind of like it, but I wouldn't pay $80 for it.
Yeah, and that's everything they make for me. It's like
I've lost my Jeffersons. It's here somewhere.
Like, yeah, it's fine. Why is it $80? I get you put it on a boat, but so does like every Scotch ever.
Let me answer that question. It's $80 because somebody will pay for it. That's why it's $80. Somebody will pay.
Yeah, but to me, that's just like having respect for your consumer at that point. It's the same reason I don't buy Blue Run.
Okay, I understand. Me and B talked about that before. So how I feel is, I'm with you on that. I think that
what's not coming, Dante? How we doing, man?
I think that people should never try to rate the consumers. Yet, because so many people want to be the first and say I have something that you don't have, they're going to keep the prices high because people will pay. Why would I pay $100 for something that I can get for $40? You understand what I'm saying? Yet somebody will do it.
Yeah, and that's all personal opinion. Man. I'm not going to crap on people for buying Jeffersons. Like, buy Jeffersons. I don't care.
I think I've seen you comment on the Blood Oath once or twice, Aiden. What do you think of that?
Blood Oath is a weird one for me.
I say rare breed rye.
Blood Oath hits a certain mark for a certain group of people, me being one of them.
Did you like Pack 6? You like that one?
It just drinks in a certain way that I really love.
Hated. Did you like Pack 6? I hated it. I want you to know that.
I like Pack 6, I like Pack 7, and I bought Pack 8.
See, that's what to me, I think it's overpriced. I would not buy it. I mean, I had to try 7 and 8, but 6, maybe I had a bad bottle.
I completely understand people saying it's overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about it for me, the way it drinks, that is like.
I got you, bro. I'm never knocking.
It's a certain point.
I like them
because it's like
as well, and at $110, I'm buying them every time I see
them.
Because it's like it's full and it's got a little heat, but it's got this lusciousness to it that just gets better the more you drink it. And that finish comes in right at the end in a certain way. It's never overpowering. And I get that a lot of people are going to go, well, it's 98.6 proof and it's 14 years at most. Cool. I get that. That's great. I completely understand that thinking. There's something to the drinking experience in that one that I really enjoy. So I'll buy them for $100.
Okay, Sean, learn. This is how you attack.
I'm making a joke. It's the same argument as buying a Midwinters.
But I think both of you are delusional. I'm joking with y'all.
Would you buy a midwinters?
I'm making fun of Sean. Don't take me serious, bro.
No, I mean, so what Charles is referring to is because I got a little heavy-handed on my aggression last night towards somebody else on another stream. So
I will say I will never pay a dollar more than MSRP for a Blood Oath.
I will try it. I want to try
Absolute maximum is
I don't want to
MSRP.
take it again. See, we all have different palates. Rob, Aiden, they love it. Me, I would pour it down the toilet if Brian would let me, but he would fight me. He would like, no.
That bottle's expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Those Blood Oaths are not for everybody, but for a certain group of people, they just click.
But also though, you guys uppaid a little bit for that though, right?
Hey, B said
I didn't know.
Hey, Aiden, you gotta give us your address. He gonna send you the bottle so you can have the pack 6 and we know it won't be wasted. We give you the rest of it.
Hey,
Seriously.
real quick, Pat, I hate to break up the chat, but I want to get to some of the chat here. I don't want to ignore the folks. So Woods, going back to my moonshine, which I still got a little bit left here. Yeah, damn you, Sean. My best connect for real moonshine. Stop making it because my marriage and all that. Yeah. So my dude, like legit, in his words, said, I learned this from my grandpappy. And you can tell, like it's like I mean, for it never being in a barrel, it's a pretty good product. Because I mean, really, the barrel does a lot of the work. And so for this never being in a barrel, it's surprisingly close to mellow corn. So, yeah, it's good stuff.
So going back to the previous talk, I think the gold standard for companies that I personally am not a fan of would probably be Templeton Rye.
Gotcha.
They've had an issue.
Well, so they admit to using additives. They don't say what it is. They've been sued multiple times for trying not to disclose where it's made, which is MGP. And then the amount of people who come into our store here, because we're right next to Iowa, which is where Templeton is. And they're like, yeah, it's made in Iowa. It's great. And they're talking to other people and they're like, just look on the back of the bottle. Like, they've tried to be deceptive on multiple occasions, and then they make a fancy bottle and then attach it to Iowa, and people in this area will buy it. So I'm not a big fan of that.
Hey, I get that, man. Yeah.
Do people like it? Yeah. Does it taste fine? Tastes like apples, which it's believed that they're probably putting apple flavoring in it. But I don't like that they're like, yeah, we put additives in it. We're not going to tell you what it is. And then like try to hide where it's made. And like if it's made in Indiana, just say it's made in Indiana. There's no problem with that.
I gotta make another joke. Can I make a joke real fast? Some people like smelling butt. Somebody gonna say butt smell like boo boo. I'm making it G-rated. So to each their own. Somebody gonna say, ooh, booty, let's smell it. And somebody
roses,
like boo-boo.
Yeah, sometimes roses really smell like poo hoo hoo.
Yeah, I'm cool, bro. Whatever each person likes, man.
What was 6 finished in? I don't remember.
But
cognac.
Cognac.
I like cognac sometimes. They don't like cognac to me.
That probably wouldn't be for me either. I'm not a fan of cognac. I've tried many, and I don't know.
I had the 1847 or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. It was decent.
It was a Remy, I think it was.
Yeah, Remy.
1738.
Whatever. Yeah, that's what it is. Can't remember the name. 1738, something like that. Decent.
1738 is pretty light. It's pretty good though.
It was decent. I don't dislike cognac. I just rather drink whiskey. And
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I mean it's still alcohol, so there is that.
Aiden is making this fun for me. If I could just make Aiden laugh one time, it's gonna be a win.
Is that the goal?
I'm pretty stone faced aside.
Yeah, I can see, bro. I'm trying, man. I'm gonna find it. It's spot. I'm gonna find it.
I mean,
I can see like storage.
I'm more lost in thought than anything. I like I said, I don't like feeling like I'm like coming down on.
No, man, you're great. I love
on anybody.
I love people that speak like you.
I mean, so I wanted to chime in with you, Aiden. I feel the same way. Like, I don't care if a company's sourcing. Like, that's fine. There's no issue with that. My only issue is when they go out of their way to try and hide it. Like like it's intentionally deceptive.
And it
Ju-
doesn't
just-
make
ju-
sense.
Yeah. Just say you're sourcing it. Like, that's fine.
And a lot of people will come up with the argument like, well, Templeton's trying to get better, but I haven't seen any of that.
I mean, I
I
guess
don't know.
They're still using the
I don't know
additives.
drop of it.
We're going for this one now.
I mean, like Bullet kind of pisses me off because like
Oh.
they just won't say what they're doing. I mean, like they're like intentionally.
Yeah.
I will say,
exactly
in a lot of
Dave. They got
cases,
all
those are
four.
non-disclosures.
Exactly.
MGP never has non-disclosures.
Yeah.
When it's MGP, you always see that it's still in Indiana, and you can
Yeah.
figure it out. Like it with Barton, you usually at least get the mash bill. But I do know a lot of people will crap on. My brain's blanking. It starts with a C, and it's like they got a new 16-year.
Calumet.
Calumet. Everybody shits on Calumet. They have a non-disclosure. Like, don't crap on them for it.
Oh, yeah, Calumet.
They'll tell you. They'll always say like it's always the same whiskey. Like I've talked to their people. They word around it. It's a whole thing.
And the thing is, we all know it's Barton, so it's not.
Everybody knows it's Barton, and they're not trying to hide it. They're just not going to directly tell you.
Yeah.
I
mean, like again, I have no problem with somebody sourcing from wherever. I mean, basically, if you're a new distillery, you kind of have to do that if you want to get off the ground and not be
my main problem was with the hiding and the additives
exactly
and the weird following behind it. Because there's a lot of people who come up from Iowa and they're like, Templeton's the best. And I'm like, that hasn't been made in Iowa in a lot of years.
I know I'm behind here, guys. Guys on panel, give me like 5 minutes. I'm going to burn through some chat here and catch up some.
Doesn't mean you can't like it. Doesn't mean they can't have fans. Doesn't mean anybody can't drink it.
I'm like 16 minutes behind, so we're gonna try. So hello from Chicago, Burbs. Yeah. Was excited to see the Buffalo Trace kosher line dropped locally. Anyone tried them?
As far as I'm aware, it's just kosher Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they just get a rabbi behind it.
That's it.
I mean, I have had the what is it? The rye recipe. Decent, not amazing, but it was good. It was good.
I'm kind of the belief just leave them alone and let the Jewish people try to buy them. Like that's the whole point.
I mean, I'm curious what even makes a whiskey kosher. Like I don't know what would go into whiskey that would make it not.
It has
kosher.
to be overseen by. It basically has to be overseen by a rabbi, or to know that nothing that isn't kosher goes into the process.
He has to do the voodoo on it, and then
pretty much.
Okay.
That's the basis behind it.
Also, if there's Jewish people in chat, I'm just nothing.
There's different levels to it. Apparently, Patron is kosher, and they put out like billions of gallons of that stuff. So
I was born kosher.
So you just need like a rabbi like adjacent to the whiskey, and then it's fine.
Pretty much. From what I was told, it's basically you just have to have like an on-site rabbi. Like, cool.
My nickname is Rabbi Obi-Wan.
I gotta say, I want to become like I really like. I'm not Jewish, but I kind of want to become this rabbi and just hang out near whiskey and
I do.
bless whiskey. That's a
Hallelujah.
great job.
But like Mash and Drum said the same thing. He's like, just leave the kosher alone. It was made for so people could drink during like Passover or something. Like,
alcohol kills all germs.
leave it alone.
Next
Yeah,
thing
for
you
sure,
know,
yeah.
There'll be some type of theft by the rabbi. They'll give it a name. Help me.
I'm
There
sure
you
it
go.
tastes like Buffalo Trace.
There you go. Go ahead, Aiden.
So
There you go. You got a smile out of it.
Here, late cheers to Roscoe there, drinking some shine with me. Actually, this is my shine glass right here.
Roscoe,
yeah.
they're not going to say they're not allowed, but it's Barton.
Yeah, let me try and catch up here. I'm sorry.
There are
Chat,
a lot more
what am I bringing
non-disclosures
next?
than people
We
tend to
went through
think,
that.
but they usually give out the information they're allowed to.
Okay, well, StreamYard decided I was done catching up. It just jumped me straight to the end of chat. Oh, Dwayne, hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it for $199.
Never.
Has anyone tried Smooth Ambler Contradiction Rye? Is it worth trying?
It's
For the
fine.
money,
It's pretty
yes.
good.
Okay, there you go. You really love
get a
blood
pick,
oats. Okay,
get it.
yeah, I'm behind in chat. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and Sugar Kitty just kind of said what I did, which is it for the people where it hits a certain point, worth it at MSRP.
How is it labeled? Sorry, Sugar Kitty. I don't even remember what we were talking about 9 minutes ago.
Probably the Templeton.
Oh yeah, probably so.
So they used to put from. I'm probably getting some of this wrong, so don't quote me. They used to put "Made in Indiana" in the middle of an image of the state of Iowa, like in a light font with a little bit of a design over it, so it was barely legible. And that was what they got sued for originally, because it was like a deceptive levels of. Right now, at the very bottom on the back, it just says "Distilled in Indiana."
I'm gonna make a T.
Give me one second.
But it took 2 lawsuits to get there.
Bullet is 4 Roses, isn't it?
The bourbon is currently 4 Roses. The rye is MGP.
Yep. I love those foolproof single barrel Bullet picks, or actually just the foolproof ones. Love them.
I think it was just 2 days ago that I learned what the 4 Roses tiers meant. I never actually tried to look it up.
So the yeast strains, but I'm not sure what you mean.
Tiers. So apparently, with the barrel strengths, people go after tiers, which refers to where they're at in like the warehouse. I think. I don't know. I'm not a 4 Roses fan, but nothing against them. They just don't fit my profile. But I don't know. I had heard people talk about it, and I never bothered to look it up. So I've got a tier 4 OESO sitting over there.
I've never, ever been able to get my hands on any of those, which is okay, because I like it, but I'm not killing myself to find
This was picked up for me by a friend. I've never.
We'll pay more to get them. That's for sure.
It was $60.
Yep, can't beat it. Can't beat
Which
it.
for 10-year 4 Roses at barrel strength, I'm not upset at all.
Nope, not at all. That's a good deal.
You know what's so crazy? Even though everybody care about who make what, I just care about how things taste. I don't care if it's made by your mama in the crack house. Do it taste good? That's what I be thinking, man. Do it taste good? That's all I care about.
I agree, but there's a level of deceptiveness to it that I'm just like.
I always get looked at funny every time I walk into a crack house and ask for whiskey, though. You know?
Yeah.
I get over it as soon as I start smoking crack, though.
You're like, man, what are you talking about? We got crack right here.
Yeah, like
Put it in a barrel.
come on, Rob. Are you here for the crack or not? That's the.
Well, at first I was, but then we started drinking mellow corn and everything was fine.
Yeah.
I'm always here for crack, but it's a different kind.
I tell you, when you walk in a crack house and you're just looking for a good high and you get the strange looks, it kills the mood.
Right. Crack, I'm like, where's the whiskey?
Come on, crack houses, do better, crack houses.
Yeah, I mean, the state of crack houses these days is nothing like it used to be. I'll tell you that right now. Shit's going downhill fast.
It really going downhill. I'm disappointed in local crack houses.
See a pile of crack this big. Just remind me of Dave Chappelle. You sold our house and threw a crack party. Yeah, that was great. We had a pile of crack this big on a table. Yeah.
Someone say crack?
Yeah, I got me this one. Thank you. I needed that.
What did I miss here? We were going back and forth. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So, okay. Like, see, exactly. Like, it's not even. I feel like it's not my fault. It's not Sugar Kitty's fault. It's no one's fault. The reason why nobody knows where the hell Bullet's coming from is because Bullet's like intentionally deceptive. So
I don't know. I'd say Sugar Kitty probably knows a hell of a lot better than I do.
Oh, I'm sure too. Like that's why once Sugar Kitty came into the conversation, I was like, I think it's this, and he was like, it's probably this. I was like, you're probably right.
Last I had heard, it was 4 Roses. So I'll have to look on the back, see if there's anything.
the thing is, it's changed like a dozen times. So, who knows what it is these days. Either way, Bullet, just say what the hell you are. We don't care. We don't care. Just say what it is. And then we know, because when we're doing reviews, this is a part of the information we like to share with people. So just say what the heck you're doing.
My biggest problem is overpricing. That's what really gets to me, man. Overpricing. And I see that from a lot of stores. Something would be $100 at the store because that's what somebody doesn't know. You go around the corner and the same bottle is $60. Wow, that's what gets to me the most. That part right there. You know what I mean? Why should I pay $100 when I can go a mile and get it for $60? That doesn't make sense to me. That really burns
Where
my
are you
business.
from with whiskey?
I'm in California.
California. Yeah. So I'm in Pennsylvania. It's a controlled state, but I hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lucky enough to be close to Ohio, West Virginia, and I dip into Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland is out flipping rageous. I'll go to one store. I'll give you a good example. The new bonded and bond Jack Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
32, 33, up to $35 in one store between the two of them. You go to the next one, they're 42 and 45 a mile down the road. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Come to Kentucky, Rob. Come to Kentucky.
Yeah. But
I mean, it's worse.
Yeah.
It's bad out here. You can go to a store and the seagrass would be $100. You go to the next store, seagrass is $60.
Yeah.
My question is why you guys would drink any of that when this is available.
Oh, you dirty son of a bitch!
You're right. Just stock up on Malort, folks. Just buy all the Malort.
Hey, or even better.
I was in a restaurant the other day that had Johnny Smoking Gun.
I can't see that. What is that? Would you look it up?
There it is.
I thought of Malort, but I'd try it. See, I like to know stuff I've never heard of.
Aiden is breaking out all the shitters. He's just.
Oh, I'm a trash connoisseur.
What's the Asian?
Johnny Smoking Gun. What is that? It's a rock?
On top of that, Johnny Smoking Gun.
I heard it was. Hey, but everybody likes different things.
So, do you know what Johnny Smoking Gun is?
I do not know. I don't. He said it was horrible. That's what he said.
It's got a bunch of stuff at the bottom. That's fun.
I did see the bar the other
Johnny
day.
Smoking Gun is a. I got to make sure I get this right. It says what it is. So it's from what I remember, it's a 3-year rye, a 7-year corn whiskey. They blend those, and then they soak the whole thing in Lapsang Souchong smoked bamboo leaf tea.
Oh, okay. I see.
And it tastes like petroleum.
Awesome.
It's not smoky. It's not. It just has kind of like a burnt, like oil, kind of taste to it. It's plasticky.
That sounds wonderful.
Some of my notes are plastic.
Good.
And like a smoked salmon and asparagus breakfast McMuffin.
Okay.
So
McMuffin.
like an eggs Benedict with smoked salmon and asparagus on it.
That's a great note. Yeah.
It's got this weird fishy plasticiness to it.
Yeah. We have good shops out here.
Every once in a while, I'll just bring some to work and be like, guys, I got a new sample.
Independent Joe and Cohen told me about Missions and K&L. And in California, they have very, very, very good prices.
And of course, Malort just tastes like bitter.
Yeah, I've never had Malort.
It's aggressive.
You like Malort though? You do like Malort?
Oh,
yeah.
So I have a friend who actually loves having Malort around just because it's fun to give to people.
Are you
I do not like Malort. I do not like Malort.
He jokes.
But
you like seagrass or you don't like seagrass?
I like seagrass. Seagrass is awesome.
Okay.
Assuming you get it for a good price.
And hey, I was seeing seagrass over $120 online, and now I see it's back to $79.
So my friend who loves this stuff was telling me about it, and he's like, yeah, the only way to get rid of the taste truly is to smoke a cigarette, and the main flavor in it is what they put in those chemicals that you rub on stuff so that kids don't chew on it.
Oh, okay.
I did not know he was funny. This dude is hilarious.
Like, great, that sounds amazing. I've got a bottle.
Sure, Kitty here in chat. We no longer do any distilling for Bullet. Did come direct from Four Roses in a statement. So there you go. Also,
Sounds
Bullet
bad.
has an NDA now with their new source. So yeah, just I
You
know.
don't understand it either.
Give us something. Give us
Why do
something.
they want to disclose what you make it? I want to know where you're getting. I feel like Aiden. I feel like all of you, Rob. I feel like Sean. I want to know what you have in this bottle, or why you put anything on it. Just say this whiskey is good. Pay for it. I'm good with that. If you
I
don't want to
agree.
tell me nothing, don't put all these
Exactly.
flowery words. And I'm like, where are you from? I don't. Deep in the souls of the ancient ones, we created this whiskey that was so bountiful.
Exactly.
With
As Sure Kitty pointed out,
I agree.
the thing is this MGP crack or not? That's the question we all
Right.
want to know.
And
What is up, Chris? How we doing?
I only
man?
drink crack sourced from the backwoods of Indiana.
That's it. Now I know I've made it. I've gone international.
Okay,
All
now
right,
we
Sean.
How we doing, Chris?
You were absolutely sensational last night. You and Dean that was absolutely freaking hilarious.
Was I kind of felt like a bit of an asshole rewatching it, but
Yeah, but you were our kind of asshole. It was.
well, good. Okay, good. As long as
Oh
I
God,
wasn't-
Malort just does not leave.
No, it doesn't.
That's
The
true.
whole idea of it.
It
There you
just
go.
doesn't go.
Everybody was hanging on every word you had to say about all the whiskeys we talked about. Then you drink Malort out the bottle.
What?
and now
It's around.
now we can't trust you, Aiden. Now you
Right,
drank
at
Malort.
all.
So
You've lost all credibility.
I fucking hate Malort. I just thought it would be funny, and I was right.
Aiden is a player. You guys can't tell. He's
It
that
is
dude
funny.
you want to be like. He's that cool dude. He's that cool dude. He's that dude that pull a 190 proof and take it from the bottom like you guys.
hey, so now that we got
Aiden is a G. You guys can't tell.
I'm gargling Malort, and it's working.
does that help?
Not gargling Malort, gargling Obtainium. Sorry.
There you
I
go.
was going to say, I was wondering how gargling Malort helps get rid of the taste of Malort.
Gargling Malort helps you not be happy.
His mouthwash is whiskey, bro. Y'all can't mess with Aiden.
I think gargling Malort is what you do right before suicide.
Brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack, baby.
There you go. That's my dude. I feel you, man. Yeah, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Take ask what you got on.
So let's go around the wheelhouse. I know we're all of us are always searching for whiskey. So what's something you guys have found recently? We'll start with Charles and kind of go clockwise here. What's something you guys have found recently that you're excited about, like a new bottle?
Bourbon talked so hard about this Corbin Cash, and we're gonna review this. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's you got to try it, Sean. If you haven't tried this, he wasn't joking about this one. It's one of those special, different. What is this? Yeah, it's pretty good.
I haven't even seen it yet. Like I don't even know if we
Got
have
you,
it.
bro. We got you real soon.
Okay, cool, man.
It's from Cali, so
Yes,
I've heard that sounds pretty good.
California?
yeah.
130
Everybody I
proof.
know who's had it thinks it's absolutely fantastic.
Dude, it's real. It's real. Hit me up.
All right, Aiden, you're in the business, so I know you're always seeing new bottles. What's piquing your interest here lately?
I haven't bought much. I mean, I got that Blood Oath, but past that, it's mostly picks these days. So, got some Russell's picks.
Oh well, yeah, you can't go wrong with the Russell's pick.
Yeah.
Gotta love the Russells.
I'm hoping to see the new Russell's 13. Probably never will. Same with Stag Jr. Always like those, but
I'll try this again.
Yeah, I would love to have a Russell's 13, but like yourself, Aiden, probably never going to happen.
if I don't, it's fine. I've tried one before. It was okay.
Rob, anything new to you that you're really liking?
I bought a few bourbons over the last couple weeks, but I actually scored through a friend today a 2019 Glendronach 18 year, which is actually 24 years old.
Oh, very cool, man.
So
Yeah, the old Glendronachs are a lot higher than they say on them.
Yeah, so I paid a little extra for it, but was happy to get it. And so, yeah, I kind of go back and forth between Scotch and bourbon because, to be quite honest with you, I've become a little disenchanted with bourbon these days and all the nonsense. And well, not most of the distiller's fault, but just all the hype on it. So I've been
I get you, man. Yeah,
kind of leaning towards some of the Scotch, and
And like more and more things are becoming allocated, so that's kind of annoying.
And there's
Hey,
some
this is my
of these
dude.
older scotches
That
are
helps.
out there, and I've kind of been hunting on those. So that's what I've been doing lately. And not that, asking me to pick between Scotch and bourbon is like asking me which kid is my favorite. And depending on the day, I could tell you two different things. But so yeah, that's again, with the help from a good friend, I actually found that today, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's a good score, man.
That's a good one.
Because the aftertaste is good though. I'm drinking it right down the line. The aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
So Jack tends to have that. So what they call it is like a smoky sweetness that comes from their filtering. It gets kind of like this ashy taste at the end on a lot of Jack.
It's less sweet than you would hope for, but yeah. Chris, any new finds to you and Lil? What are you guys picking up here lately?
Well, there's really not much that gets down here at the moment. Half the shelves are empty because we're still waiting on shipments coming over. I was amazed actually yesterday. I found some benchmark, just the original benchmark, actually on a shelf over here for $37, which is cheaper than I can land it for. So we grabbed a couple of bottles of that just for a nice, easy daily drinker.
Okay.
And we actually saw some Stag Junior Batch 9 actually on the shelf.
Oh wow!
Yesterday as well. So
Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
But I refuse to pay $310 for Stag Junior when I know what it is at wholesale. So
yeah, but I mean, man, I would love to find a Batch 9. Those are long gone in Kentucky.
I think those are long gone everywhere except for Australia, apparently.
Yeah.
The one that's up on my shelf back there, which is open, just about down, it's a Batch 1.
Wow.
Good night, Jack. Appreciate you being here, man, as always.
I guess I should probably say, just because I tend to just kind of pick up bottles from around me, I have a whole bunch of them just kind of circling this chair. And then there's other ones that are open. I've got shelves everywhere, but I've got bottles just kind of sitting around me.
Yeah, you are a big one for floor bourbon, Aiden.
Yeah.
I got quite a bit of floor bourbon right now myself.
Cheers.
Yeah.
But
I need more shelves.
The biggest thing which we picked up recently was
Here, let me solo you there.
this is an Australian whiskey.
Oh, large,
okay.
yeah.
Cool.
This was a Whiskey Club exclusive, which Lil just got, and we cracked it open last night on Ken's stream. So it's
cool, man.
Basically a giant hip flask style bottle, which they do.
Yeah, that's neat.
And it is absolutely sensational.
So now, what style of whiskey is that? I'm not familiar with it.
Australian whiskey. So
that'll be a single malt, probably.
Single malt, yep. And the Lark family restarted the Australian whiskey industry down in Tasmania.
Very cool.
They've won a lot of awards.
They basically went in and they restarted everything, and they were the first distillery to reopen and start producing 30 years ago, and they've helped a lot of the other distilleries open. People have worked for them and then gone and opened their own distilleries and things like that. So, and then the other thing which we're probably going to pick up a few more bottles of today is the Starwood ginger beer cask.
Ginger beer cask. That's
I'll solo you one more time there.
This is absolutely sensational.
Very interesting.
This is cask number 7. This is fantastic. So,
how does that? So ginger beer. So there is it finished in that, or how's that work, Chris?
Yeah, it's a single malt, which is then finished in ginger beer cask, brewed ginger beer casks.
Very cool. Okay.
Was it alcoholic ginger beer or non-alcoholic?
Yeah, alcoholic ginger beer.
Okay.
So this is a 48%, so 96 proof.
Sounds good. Cool. I love ginger beer.
From what I believe, it's just hit over in Europe, and there's a few places which are saying that they're supposed to be getting it in over in the US, but it's really good. They've been producing more and more of the ginger beer casks each cask, so they're doing multiples and getting production up a lot more. So But you guys get more Starwood over in the US than we get here.
I've seen more Lark than I have seen Starwood.
Yeah, it depends on the states. I mean, a lot of them are now getting a hell of a lot of Starwood.
Yeah,
I
I'd
mean,
imagine the big states mainly get it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Storytime have got a barrel pick of Starwood, I think, from what Shane Long and Chris Ludwig have told me.
Oh, cool.
So that they're waiting on that coming in. But Jim gets a lot of Starwoods from Pinch Hitter. He's got a few, but yeah, it's starting to get really big over there. I mean, the owner of Starwood, which is made down in Melbourne here in Australia, actually now lives over in Seattle. So he wanted his product over in the US. So a lot of it gets shipped there.
All right. I got a dog that's getting impatient, so I'm gonna have to take him in a few. But for now, has anybody tried the Bardstown Bourbon Company Plantation Rum Cask Finish? I was just there, and that was one of the ones I did not try, even though it was available.
Bardstown isn't available here.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, really? Okay.
I just saw the 7 a couple weeks ago and picked that up.
Yeah, Bardstown's not over here at all. I've got a couple of bottles. I've got a Disco 4, which I've had sent over, and I know a couple of other people have brought some bottles in, but it's not.
So Chris, I know you mentioned you were kind of excited to see the standard benchmark. So I assume that you guys don't get the full proofs and the rest of the line. Okay.
Nope.
We don't get any of them.
I'm gonna bring you a bottle of full proof because I mean it's a cheaper bottle, but I think it's fantastic for what it is. I mean,
yeah, and a lot of people have been saying that the foolproof benchmark is absolutely really good for, especially
Full proof is really good. The one I had was like grape soda. It was the most grapey thing I've ever had.
Yeah, it's. I mean, for a $25, $30 full proof option, it's pretty solid. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good daily if you like high proofs on the daily.
Well, I'm trying to get hold of some through Wine and Market in Lexington.
Okay, well, I mean, if you can't get it before September, you'll have a bottle either way. So,
cool. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to cost you guys to bring stuff back. Hopefully not too pricey, but hopefully we can get you guys some good stuff. And
yeah, well, I'll be probably shipping a heap of stuff back from all my bunkers over there, so I got to sort out and what we got because I think we've got about 100 bottles still sitting around in different bunkers in Kentucky.
Gotcha. Okay.
So most of it's picks. So
yeah. Well, then those would take priority. Yeah, benchmark's not a priority.
Oh well, we've got picks going back to like 2015 sitting in my bunkers in the States.
Cool.
Because it's sort of like you get down to the point of when you're coming home, we can only bring back 6 bottles each in our luggage because of the TSA rule for 5 litres, and you're then going, I really want to take this, but I want to take this home more. Well, that's going to have to stay.
That's a crappy position to be put in. But
yeah, so now that I've set up stuff with my freight forwarder down in Florida, I'll just get a whole heap of stuff down there and
drink everything until it's down to 5 liters. Problem solved.
I've never had benchmark foolproof. Not that I can remember.
No,
I've never seen it. They may have it somewhere around here. I just haven't seen it. You seen it, B?
So Charles, it sounds like I need to start a list because there's like 3 that I could just think of tonight that I need to send you. So
I just had a sample. I haven't seen any benchmarks in probably every year.
I look all the time. I've never seen it. I've seen benchmark, but not the foolproof.
5 states still.
Huh?
Ancient Age is barely available here.
Yeah,
everything is not available in every state
all the time, but not ancient age.
Some stuff is easy to find in California. Some stuff is like difficult.
Even though it's made here, I don't see the ancient like the 10. Yeah, I don't see that here in Kentucky.
It's like
ancient age was discontinued, I do believe.
Well, that would make sense then.
It's like people say Buffalo Trace is hard to find. In California, it's like every store you go to, you can get Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
So it's stuff is weird when it comes to where they send it to and availability. Like,
Which state's got what allocation?
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace is a case a month product here
Yeah.
at most.
Pennsylvania as well.
So Cass and Ashes says, cracked my first bottle of Weller CYPB lately, and I think I prefer the full proof. Having only had the full proof, I can't really speak to the CYPB, but I probably would prefer the full proof as well.
If only whiskey was like crack. You can get crack everywhere. Can't get whiskey everywhere.
We've got a foolproof, a foolproof pick waiting for us at Jack Rose in DC. It's one which we did back in 2019 when we were last over with the guys from Jack Rose at Buffalo Trace. So they kept us a couple of bottles. Same with the Blankens.
Also, Cass and Ashes, you have a name like you have a channel. I'm sorry, brother. If you do have a channel, one of the mods, if you could throw it up so people can check out this person. And I'm sorry, I don't know you personally, Cass and Ashes, but you seem like a decent guy. So yeah, show them some love if you do have a channel out there. Also, hey, we got my brother from another here, Bourbon. I'm late, but 10 minutes late, but yeah. Wars versus Encore versus Reaper. Are we all going at the same time right now?
Yeah, I know that Cheech is on. Because he's gone on early because HBR's not on today.
Yeah, my money's on Cheech for viewership. But anyway,
I would hope.
Yeah, no. So that's funny that Reaper's on right now. Anyway,
it's not like it's commissioned. I'm going to stream and you can stream. I don't like it's, people just stream when they want to stream. It seems like, and you guys seem to develop a set time, but most people, they really want to talk about something. I think they're not going to hit you up and say, "Here, Sean, are you going live? I'm waiting."
Yeah, exactly, Lil. Yeah, Ben's trying to bring up the subject again. I know that's what he... Don't get me started, okay?
Well, my comment to you earlier about White Girl Wasted, that's Lil when she gets drinking. So you, White Girl Wasted, Lil, and Drunk Dan from last night, you three are going to have fun when we catch up.
We are going to have a freaking
kind of go around going.
We're going to get into some trouble in September.
I want to hop on Whiskey Reaper stream and see what happens. I'm curious. I like Whiskey Reaper. I want to see what's going on. How did you and my boy Sean got into a little tick for tat? What's going on, dude? I'm just curious. Sean,
I went pretty hard in the paint last night on Reaper, but honestly, the guy's fine. Like, whatever. He's
I like him. I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna pull out a bottle of Wild Turkey 101. But like, yo, what's up, Reaper?
I want to see what happened. Where was it?
But honestly, there's like 5 minutes of Whiskey Reaper stream that's worth watching, and that's when he tries Booker's Ronnie's Batch live. It's freaking hilarious. Like Scott clipped it last night, and Ben was running it on a loop for like 2 minutes straight.
What stream was this? I want to see it.
It's Reaper's fourth stream. So the first stream.
Where were you talking?
Ben's.
Yeah, he was on Reaper's stream.
No, so last night I was on Ben's stream.
Oh, that was Ben's stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it is it's all right at the end of Ben's stream because it's basically when.
Yeah, because I was
super. Let's go backstage.
Yeah, I was super shitty at that point, and it got a little out of hand.
I'll go watch it.
Yeah, Bourbons. I'm gonna find that one.
The last hour
was absolutely trashed.
If you did not know, I'm a secret troll. I will troll you if I see a way to do it and be nice to you. So not Sean though. I like Sean. So.
Yeah, the last hour of Ben's stream, it was just basically me and Dan shitting on Reaper, like just nonstop. It was kind of unfair. I kind of feel bad about it now.
I'm just glad
let's go to Reaper stream and apologize to him.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm glad there's some controversy finally. I'm sick of all the love in the whiskey community. Finally, there's a little bit of shit
trying to poke back about a lot of things now.
I'm all about positivity, man. I'm all about positive,
No,
man.
and Dan was hilarious. Dan was freaking amazing last night. Yeah, it was. I had way too much fun. Even though it doesn't look like I was having fun because I was kind of agitated. I had a killer time last night. It was too much fun.
Well, I do have to say my time is kind of up, so I'm going to drop off. But
Okay,
Yeah.
hey, no
Good night,
problem,
Aiden.
man.
Good to
you guys
see
have a
man.
good night.
I have the crack for you next time. I have the crack for you. Don't worry. I'll be a
Please
dealer.
do.
And thanks for popping on, man. Appreciate you.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, all I can say is that you, Dan, and Lil are going to have fun together when we catch up and
Hell
continue.
yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see. So,
Especially around the tailgating time.
oh man. So I just hope it's not 1,000,000 degrees in September.
Yeah.
It should
Well,
be cooler.
We've been over there when it's been 105, 106 and hot as, and then we've been over there when hurricanes have gone through Florida and then come up into Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's just rained.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, so you guys are going to be there like mid-September, so I'm hoping it'll be like decent weather. Like it should be like 80s.
yeah, do you know the dates yet, Sean? Because last night you were way off.
Yeah, so it's the 7th through the 23rd, right?
There we go. Yeah,
I feel like that's right. Yeah.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
you were
no,
going, the 17th to the 3rd of.
yeah, I had everything backwards and wrong, and I was in the right month. That's the only thing I got right.
Well, they're going, hell no, they're going to be here on the 23rd in DC. So
To be fair, I didn't do a whole lot of anything right last night, but that's okay. Let's see here.
Stacey, if you're still there, did you get that picture from Lil last night about that bottle? If it's any good, we'll go back and pick that up. So
Okay, so Dwayne says I was the best thing on it. I doubt that, Dwayne. I think Dan was the star of the show.
oh, Dan was hilarious.
He was like, and then I think he fell at one point, which I mean, thankfully Dan's fine. Like he didn't get hurt, so that's good. But I'm pretty sure Dan fell at one point.
It was floor, Dan. Yeah.
I really have to see this now. Like I kind of really want to leave just to go look at it or try to figure out. Why don't you post a stream in the link so I can go back and watch it? We're talking and laugh.
It's like a train wreck. You can't help but not look away.
That's it. Yeah.
It's one of those good train wrecks that you just like, wow, they really going in.
Yep.
That's why Sharon was apologizing so much. Now I get it now. Like,
all right. So Stacy is pointing out this is, I mean, I'm going to try and be nicer tonight, but this is the problem with Reaper. So Reaper was in chat and explained to me that if I want to try Irish whiskey, I need to get Red Dot. Oh my God, that's like a typical. That's Reaper. Like, I mean, like the guy. I don't. You need to know who you're talking to first of all, and then also, like, know your place, because if you're new to whiskey, then just say that. Like, don't pretend. I mean,
I'm sorry. Know your place. That's like a talking to a woman.
I mean, okay. What I'm saying is,
know your place.
Like Reaper lacks humility. That's what hurts him for me, and I think for a lot of people is that he tries to act like he's this guy that knows everything about whiskey, and then he says things that are ignorant, and then you're like, dude, what are you doing? And so, like, I wish him the best, but if you're gonna come from a place where you're acting like you know everything about whiskey, and then you say ignorant things like that, then people are not gonna really trust you if they know anything about whiskey, because you're just. I mean, pretty quickly, people figure out that you don't know what you're talking about. So
John, you sound like Hugh Hefner talking to a play money. Know your place.
Beta and Reva.
Oh yeah, Beta and Reva. Know your place.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Reva. That's Reaper's new name. We're just gonna call him Reva. Like, hey, Reva, calm down over there. You're no Vader, all right? So just stay in your lane, know your place. Calm down, Reba.
Reba.
Should we just? You called her angry black lady earlier. Can we just call him angry black lady? What did he just?
I called nothing. I'm sorry.
Man.
Oh, I needed that. He called her Reba. Then he called her angry black lady.
So angry black lady doesn't know much about whiskey. That's the problem.
I'm done.
So, yeah. Dan was freaking amazing last night. Dan was hilarious.
I'm sorry.
He liked going on about his social balls.
Here we go. So, chat, you guys have already seen this like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, so this is when the wheels start. Like I remember Scott even pointed out. He's like, "Here's the track. Here's the stream. We're off the track."
Oh man.
Yeah. So thank you, Sure. That's the moment when things really went south. Bourbon basically had stepped back and let me and Dan take over the stream, and it was kind of a shit show. But
sometimes I need that.
Yeah, I was basically saying because we were in and out of the car a fair bit. We were coming back. I'm going, are they still going? Have they changed topic or?
No, it was like an hour straight of just crapping on Reaper. I really do feel bad about it now because for one, I like took over Ben's stream. That was kind of crappy of me, and then also I was kind of an ass. So, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Oh well. Anyway, let's get back to whiskey.
Yeah,
That was funny.
But yeah, so Stacey's telling me to go get that bottle of the Phoenix.
I can see Sean. Look, Brian. that hand, like what? Let me raise my hand at you. Know your place. Know your role.
Girl, you better have my money. Anyway,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, here's the thing. Reaper looks at whiskey as a status symbol. Exactly. So for course, he would sneer at 101 and flex with his Russell's 13. It makes perfect sense. See that like I don't even know if Reaper knows it's the same distillery. Like I feel like he doesn't because like he crapped all over Wild Turkey as a brand, and then he's like flexing Russell's picks. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, we don't get that, but we get this.
Is that the
excuse me, burping in the mic. That is a heck of a bottle right there.
So that's Japanese.
Oh, there you go.
You know, so Chris, when I was coming back from Mexico, I was hoping to find some like travel exclusive bottles. There was nothing. Hey, that's a great bottle too. I haven't yet to see one of those, but Marty has talked that thing up. I know you love it too. I really need to find myself one.
Yeah, we just missed out on a bottle of Father and Sons over here. We didn't see the post about one of the bottle shops getting some because they import it directly, and
cheers, Mike.
It sold out within like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, for good reason. That's
I see it online for about 130, 129, 139. That's a little much. I've thought about it a couple times, but I've never seen it on a shelf.
But I'm about to drink some garbage. About to drink some trash. I'm about to drink some of this.
Yeah, I know. Don't even talk to me about that whiskey, Charles. That is trash.
This is nasty garbage. I wouldn't even drink. I don't know how anybody could bear to drink this.
Lowering the value.
I remember you saying how he
horrible nastiness.
He trashed 101 and then said that Kentucky Spirit was the best thing in the world. We're all going.
The same thing.
Like, bro. What's really funny is that 101 beat my KY Spirit in a blind recently, so that makes it even funnier to me. I swear the guy.
I'm so glad that Wild Turkey Rare Breed and Wild Turkey 101 are made by different companies.
I know. Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, Rare Breed's good, but that 101 sucks.
Whoever makes that 101 Wild Turkey, boy, I'm glad they ain't the same companies as this one. I'm telling you.
I swear to God.
Well, maybe it's just the fact that one's made by Jimmy and one's made by just the general guys. Who knows?
Could be.
The name is the same, but they're different.
And see, Stacy's being very kind about it, but exactly, like Reaper had no idea who he was talking to when he was talking to Stacy. Like, you're talking to like the queen of Irish whiskey, and you're gonna tell her like what good Irish whiskey is. That's freaking hilarious. But hey, whatever.
Stacey, all he should have done is drop the idea about Gold Spot, because that would have really screwed with his mind.
That's Gold Dot.
Yeah, gold dot, Chris. Gold dot.
I was
Golden freckle.
I was born in Ireland in a pot still.
Broke Charles. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. So
actually,
here, let me. We need to see this. So let me hop over to my YouTube stream here and see if I can bring this up, because Sugar Kitty has the link right here, and the world needs to see this. Let me share.
Pour a little bit. Let me be a bad influence. B.
Okay.
Pour a little bit B.
Here we go.
FX is the old
Now, what the crap? I swear to God, YouTube.
Stream on Hulu.
Okay.
At Booking.com, we
oh
don't
my
limbo,
God.
But I got back thing. We do.
Okay. All right, we're gonna get to it, folks. Okay.
All right, so you got to pause it a little bit. You got to break it up, because if you don't, they're going to
see how this
block the video. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
dominant side. So you'll
What now?
Anytime, you're gonna have to block it, pause it. Don't let it run straight, because if you do, then they're gonna, copyright infringement type stuff. So you got to.
Oh, I don't care about that. I'll cut it out later.
Well,
yeah, but they'll stop it when we're streaming.
Does he look like a gay stripper? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
You heard what? They'll stop us when we're streaming if you do it. So you got to pause it a little bit and then go back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we'll be okay, but I'll pause. There will be good reason to pause. So
yeah, just pause it. That's what I'm saying. If you keep it playing, then they'll block that part.
Here we go. So this is Reaper trying Booker's for maybe whiskey for the first time in his life. I don't know, but just here we
literally get everything. Most of the notes on your left side, and other people that are right-handed get it on the right side. But there's other people that throw right-handed and left-handed. So
FX is
what the crap? Oh my God!
After saving with customized
I don't want to did. I swear.
Reaper's getting all kinds of commercial pay.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
what I just
do? I just gotta say,
okay, I hit something wrong.
No,
stop. Okay, let's try again. I'm sorry, folks. I'm retarded. Okay, let's give this one more try here.
It's called developmentally disabled, and when you use that R word, people
I know.
like special.
I'm being insensitive.
You're being insensitive. I can't even say the word insensitive.
Yeah, people are going to start swaying over to Reaper's side. You got to be careful with that R word.
Yes. That was funny.
What the? I don't even know.
He's special. You say it with me, Sean. You special.
I am special.
No, you say wrong. You
was
said
really possible. Apparently.
Okay, here we go. All right. Let's.
I think he's technically challenged. That's what it is.
That is what. Okay, so sorry for the massive delays here, folks.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
I did know this. There's a dominant side on your nostril. There's you're either left-handed or right-handed. Usually, if you're left-handed, the left side of your nostril is the dominant side. So you'll literally get everything. Most of the notes on your left side.
This is not.
Other people that are right-handed get it on the right side, but there's other people that throw right-handed and left-handed. So I don't know how that.
Okay. On this string.
All right, so let's go for the plunge in here and see how this. You already tasted, but I haven't.
Here we go. Go for it, man. Let's get your thoughts first.
Shit, man. Spices in the front end, complete spice, like a spice, like the front of my tongue and lips is just completely needled from the spices. So I might tell you.
Okay, look at Cheech's face. Okay, can I just I don't want to screw anything up. Okay, there we go. Just look at Cheech's face when
Completely needled from the spices.
I'm going to use that adjective. I've been needled by the spices.
like
One of my
like
videos. Where?
Cheech's face is how we all felt. We all were just like, okay,
Remember that?
yeah.
Needled by the spices.
Anyway, what keep
So
letting it go?
I might tell you that there's no back end right now from just tasting this, the Ronnie batch, and that's just the first. It's really really spicy, super spicy, spice bomb in there.
Yeah, as I'm letting it sit and just continuing to nose it, more of those spicy notes are coming through. So a lot. I'm trying to work with the guy here, It's coming through now that the air is kind of getting into it.
Man, this is just really spicy.
It's a nice note. So let me go ahead and give it a sip here.
I can't even. Man, I can't even get into the back end.
A long
The
wire.
whole front
going
is
to his
spicy,
head.
man.
Like he's okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm picking on the dude, but like he's having a hard time breathing. I don't know if anybody else is picking that up. But
Yeah.
like breathing is getting difficult for this man.
What batch of bookers were you drinking?
It's the Ronnie's batch. It's not like I've had a bunch of Bookers, and I could try it right now. It's a Booker's, I mean, but
Well,
as
I just wonder
Bookers,
what you were drinking. Donahoe batch, with the Bar Sun batch, which
no, it's the Ronnie's.
okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah. Here, I'll grab it.
No, don't worry. It's all good. I just wonder. I'm just stop playing. I want to hear more you gotta say. I want to see if I'm gonna start laughing.
Booker's is $104 in Pennsylvania now.
You want more? You want more of the Reaper?
Well, Booker's is just not readily available at all over here anymore.
Yeah.
Bro, rare breed, man. Is rare breed available?
You're not missing
Oh,
much.
Yeah, we have
for
heaps
the
of red
last
breed
year and a half.
Kentucky Spirit.
I think Booker's is good. I mean,
Spicy needle.
I think it's really good.
But with tax, it's about $110 here. I'd much rather have a single barrel Knob Creek.
Well, see, that's what we were talking about last night after we stopped picking on Reaper, is that Knob Creek is the way to go. If you can get a Knob Creek single barrel store pick, just get those.
Yeah,
They're 9 years and up.
Although I was very upset when my 15-year
What's your thought, B?
Creek got smashed.
Knob Creek or Booker?
Right.
Single barrel. Store pick.
Yes, absolutely.
Or Knob Creek or the Bookers. Which one do you prefer? I like Bookers. I like Bookers too. I'm not knocking somebody because it depends on the price.
For the money, I'm going to go Knob Creek every time.
For the money, I get it. It's the price that people are going to trip on more than the taste. So if they were equal price, would you pick the Bookers or would you pick the Knob Creek if they were equal price?
I'd probably go Knob Creek.
I would go Bookers if they're equal price. If they're equal price,
I like that 12. The 12, the Knob
Creek 12. Yeah, it's real good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would also go Knob Creek personally.
For the price, though. Everything.
It depends. It
Booker's
really
not
depends.
Bad if it's at the same price as the Knob Creek.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't think it's worth the money for.
That's why I put the price into it. If they're the same price,
6-year bourbon. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
It definitely depends on the. It depends on the batch of Bookers we're talking about. Ronnie's batch to me is not exceptional. I think it's very.
I think the Bardstown batch was the best one we had.
I was going to say the Bardstown batch. I really like that batch.
I mean, like the Ronnie's batch is fine, and I got it at a good price. I got it at $70, basically.
If I could get Booker's at $75 or $75, I'm buying it every time.
That's what I was saying. It was at the same price as the Knob Creek. That's what I was saying.
I still prefer Knob Creek over Booker's.
So here we go. So
let's
go back to back here. I got a Knob pick right behind me here. So
here we go. I hear you.
You'd still buy it at, if it was the same price, you'd still buy it. It'd still be an enjoyable drink. But my preference is the Knob Creek pick. So
I hear you. I love the Knob Creek, so I have no real argument. I had to really compare those two.
Pennsylvania still gets a 15-year pick every once in a while for
Friday. You know what? The Knob Creek single barrels, they go fast, especially the barrel proofs.
I can't see too many 15s ever being released again now that they're bringing out an 18.
So, I got a 15 last year.
9 years. I can drink that all the time. It's really great.
Yeah, I mean, so this is a nearly 10-year pick, and I mean, because Booker's is young. I think that's what hurts it.
Well, I enjoy the nuttiness of Jim Beam. I don't have a problem with the nuttiness.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the nuttiness on the Bookers. It's
The
just
nuttiness.
again the price. Again, if I could get them at $70, $80, I'm buying them every time, whether they're exceptional or mediocre. I'm buying them.
And that's where when you start talking price and bean product, you just OGD 114.
You guys gave me some good lines to use with some ladies. I must say, ooh, the spiciness. I feel the needles in your spiciness.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
No,
For a movie,
Very-
the nutty.
to quote Reaper, it's super spicy. It's super spicy.
I'm
yeah,
joking, bro. I'm sorry. My brain is always gonna go left.
I don't get that either.
Oh, when the needles
Cocaine's a
are
hell of a drug.
spiciness.
Oh my goodness, he's right. Wait a minute.
I mean,
no,
so-
he's left.
Oh, this stuff
You can tell just on the nose alone, you can tell that the Knob Creek is a better whiskey. Like, it's not as sharp on the nose. It's better put together immediately, just even from the nose.
I'm so
The
tempted
knob-
to drink it, but I'm not. We're not going. I'm gonna be like you were yesterday. I'm gonna be white girl wasted if I start without booking.
Yeah,
I'm
we're working on it again right
Yeah,
now.
I can already see. I'm getting through that path. I'm glad.
Fun with Whiskey and I are going to be fighting over Bookers here pretty soon. Then
You guys are right, I'm wrong.
Stream, we'll be talking about it.
No, I mean the
I hear
Knob
you.
Creek is just it's so much nicer on the nose. Let's get to the palate.
Smell
Yeah,
it with your left
the
nostril.
Booker's nose is it's really sharp. It's
And
very
use your dominant nostril when you smell.
Right.
right. Yeah, I'm sorry. So okay, so my I gotta use the right one. I gotta use the right one. Okay.
You gotta make sure you use the right nostril, man.
Yeah, I'm bringing back memories here doing this. Anyway,
I feel you, bro.
yeah, I mean the Booker's is fine.
Yeah. My next whiskey will be sourced by Freeway Rick Ross.
Yeah, you know, honestly, so
Wait for the pack out.
here's what's funny to me is that to me the Ronnie's batch, what's disappointing to me is it doesn't have that Booker's heat that I'm used to. Like I like that punch in the face that you get from Booker's generally, and this kind of lacks that. That's why when Reaper had the reaction that he did, I was like, that's an interesting take on a Booker's.
What's the proof on it, Sean?
It for a Booker's, it's low. It's
I didn't buy
124.3.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
it is low for a Booker's.
I mean, so I've had the Country Ham at a couple bars, and like that thing punches, but it's also delicious.
Yeah, that's a very good batch.
But I mean, you know, when you first, you know, especially if haven't had a whiskey all day and that's your first sip, like that thing is a punch in the face. But it's also really complex and delicious. So, like, I mean, the Ronnie's is fine, but let's get to this Knob Creek pick here.
Man, this is really good.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, how much is rare
That
breed
one hit me.
bourbon? Where you stay?
2018, that one.
The Knob Creek is super spicy. The Knob Creek's super spicy.
I can look at the Pennsylvania site. I haven't bought it in a while. I bought a couple the last time. Last year, rare breed was tough to find, and when I saw it, I bought 2 or 3 of them. I'm down to my last bottle, but I can tell you on the PA site what it costs.
That one's a nice proofing, Sean. It's 129.
Which one's that, Chris?
It's a 129.1. This is a 2004, March 2004.
Oh man, yeah, that's an old one.
Man.
That is the first release after Booker passed away.
Oh wow.
Because Booker passed away in February of 2004.
Man, Chris, you're pulling out the old school.
That's why that one won't get open.
$26.99 rare breed here.
I've told
What's your address in Australia so we can come and steal your? What's your address in Australia so we can come and steal your collection? It won't be.
I'm telling you, man. No,
It won't be weed. Just go ahead and put it in a private chat. And
The
stuff will be
open
clear.
ones
Won't be me.
The open one's a 2018 batch one, so basically a Kathleen's batch.
Did you hear what I said? Just
Yeah.
put your address in the private chat. I'm gonna just fly out there and steal your collection. But it won't be me. It'll be somebody else.
We'll catch up in Cali when we're there in the end
Oh,
of
yeah,
October,
man.
Charles.
Okay, that'll work.
No, Chris and Lil have a lot of old whiskey, like some of the original batches. So Chris broke out the original 46 batch, Maker's 46 batch last night. Like he has the original bottling.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's only because I bought about half a dozen bottles of it when it first got released.
Hey man,
We had it at the.
You want to do it if you can. I ain't mad at nobody.
yeah.
See, that's what I was gonna ask. Somebody said Michael Harper said I can still find rare breed under $40 at a couple of different stores. It's crazy. John said he can find it under $50. Rob said it's about $60. Out here is about $58, $55. So I don't ever see it under $50.
Yeah, I think they're around about 95 or something over here.
Wow.
What's the conversion though?
It's about at the moment we're getting 66 US.
So I think the average is $60 around the nation, mostly $60.
That's when it's pretty much on sale, and I mean it's getting pretty crazy. Some bottles we get which are just we actually get cheaper, which is weird.
Yeah.
But most of our stuff is just way more expensive.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but who had the Final Fantasy ringtone just now?
B.
Props to B.
Wasn't me.
Yeah. Mine's a Darth Vader.
That was a Final Fantasy victory tone right there.
Yeah.
That's the Final Fantasy 7 victory tone. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7.
Anyway, so yeah, the Knob Creek's better, and this was $60.
All day.
Yeah. Like it's more refined. It's even though it's spicier, like I like that punch in the face, but it has more complexity than this particular Booker's anyway.
You said it was spicy? Was it a needle? Needles and spicy?
It's needling. It's needling my palate. It's very needly. Super spicy. Super spicy.
Hell of an adjective right there. Needling.
No, I mean, look. Again, I have no problem with someone being new to whiskey. But if you're new to whiskey, then just act like you're new to whiskey. Don't act like you're the big dog and you've been around and like you're the connoisseur or the expert. Because if you bullshit me, that's when I get pissed off. Like, there's nothing wrong with being new to whiskey and not having the experience to properly nose or taste something or not being used to barrel proofs. That's fine. We've all done that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just don't act like you're the expert when you're not really. That's where it irritates me.
I was waiting for him to do the Jim Murray.
It's like hashtag whiskey needle.
and roll the glass.
Name of my new
glass
YouTube
under
channel,
the nose.
Whiskey Needles.
I'm using that all the time. I'm watching. Just watch. Just pay attention. Everybody pay attention to the review, and it's spicy. Oh, I said that needles in my tongue. Watch.
My favorite part is when he does this. Look. It's super spicy. It's super spicy.
I didn't see the stream, but I'm gonna look at it when I have some time. But my favorite part was just his.
Shall we do it one more time? Yeah. Well, let's.
Well, you're giving him view hours, you know.
That's all right. I know everybody on stream is smart enough to make their own decisions, so you guys do what you will. Oh, the wife is home. I can hear her. Let me hop back over to YouTube here, and we'll actually I can just back it up.
The dog gets to go out. That's drink.
Yeah.
That, just nosing it, and I usually nose to the right side. So I would say that's true for me as well, Reaver, but for completely different reasons, and we won't get into those on this stream. All right, so let's go for the.
That's a cocaine reference.
And see how this. You already tasted, but I haven't. Yeah, go for it, man. Let's get your thoughts first. Shit, man. Spices in the front end, complete spice, like a spice, like.
Oh man! Am I sharing right now?
Completely needled from the
front. We just got the audio.
No, you're not.
I like how nobody said anything. I like how You're just letting me laugh at Reaper all myself. Okay, here we go. Now we're sharing.
Spice bomb.
I'm sorry. Let's back it up a little. See, that way
So
we can all appreciate.
I might tell you that there's no back end right now from just tasting this.
Here we go. I'm sorry.
Shit, man. Spices in the front end, complete spice, like a spice. Like
I'm gonna make this man a star.
My tongue and lips is just completely needled from the spices.
I like that.
I might tell you that there's no back end right now from just tasting this, the wrong batch, and that's just the first. It's really spicy, super spicy,
super spicy.
Bomb in there.
Yeah, as I'm letting it sit and just continuing to nose it, more of those spicy notes are coming through. So a lot more of that kind of sweet cinnamon note is coming through now that the air is kind of getting into it.
Man, this is just so spicy.
It's a nice note. So let me go ahead and give it a sip.
Burberry's good.
I can't even. Man, I can't even get in the back end. The whole front is spicy, man. Wow.
I freaking love this.
Man.
As Dan pointed out, the neck more on the Booker can have some heat to it. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, I've had a lot of I have a lot of Bookers, as a matter of fact. I think I have more than 10 Bookers.
But he's tried none of them. Okay, continue.
One of my
Reaper.
favorite was the Country Ham, which I have. The Blue Knight.
I was just talking about the other day. The Country Ham is my favorite.
The Blue Knight is really nice. All of them have a sweet factor, but this one, I've never had anything so spicy in there in my life, really, from Booker.
What?
Spicy water,
man.
Fireball?
Yeah, it's got some heat for sure.
Man, right now, I'm going to tell you this right now. For anybody you watching, I don't know if you need to pass on this because, most of these Bookers, you have to let them air a little bit before you actually say anything bad about it. This one definitely, I'm not too fond about. And I'm never.
Okay, did everybody else catch that deep gulp right there? He's like, I'm sorry, I'm picking on Reaper too much tonight.
I'm not picking on. I'm just critiquing. He said he's never had anything more spicy in his life. He ain't had a lot of whiskey. I've had a lot of stuff that's way more spicy than that. And
now, granted, everybody's palate perceives things differently, right? Okay, so maybe this comes across really spicy to him. I don't know, but just from my experience, which is I'm not, I haven't tried like a million bourbons, but I've had a few. To me, for a barrel proof, this is fairly tame. Granted, it's 124. It's not, it's not nothing, but I mean, there's a lot of ECBPs that punch a lot harder than this to me. The one you reviewed today, Charles, the one I sent you, the Old Forester barrel proof, that's a lot punchier than this to me. So like to me that this is not, I don't think of this as a challenging barrel proof. There's certainly some out there that like, okay, wow, this is really hot, but in my mind, this is not one of them. But hey, to each their own.
This Corbin Cask single barrel is 130 proof. It's 130 proof. It wasn't.
I didn't realize it was cast strength. That's even more interesting.
Yeah,
you got it's 130 proof, man. It's pretty.
Yeah, exactly, Stacey. Cheech's silence is golden because his face is saying a whole lot, even though he's not saying anything. Cheech in those moments was pretty damn funny. Going back and watching it again.
I had to watch that whole video, man. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I like hanging.
Cheech picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
Good old airport. Well, flying high as it's snowing over here.
There you go. Excuse me.
Hope this needles my tongue. It's 130 proof.
Oh, man. Is Ron here? Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, brother? How we doing, man?
Needle my tongue. Hold on.
Hey, Ron. I know you have the ability, man. If you want to pop on, feel free to. I would love to have you on.
Hold on, Sean. It's so spicy.
It's super spicy. It's just needling my palate.
Spicy. It's needling.
So spicy. Super spicy.
It's needling my tongue.
I have to visit the men's room. I'll be right back.
Simon's in the chat.
What's that? Oh,
Simon's in the chat.
Simon, you got to hop on, man. I know it's early your time, but hey, it's never too early.
It's midday for Simon.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Ken's on over in been in the chat with Cheech. I saw it earlier when I was just watching Cheech's chat run through, and Ken went through to 4:30 a.m. his time this morning. So
yeah, I saw Ken was on last night after I hopped off Bourbon, but I was like, I'm so trashed. I don't need to keep doing this. If I would have hopped on Ken's, it would have got really, really bad. So I was like, you know what? Let's just stop now. I wasn't ahead, but let's stop while I'm sort of ahead.
Well, it was Ken, JD, Lil, and I, and then Simon came in. So we were on. Lil and I were on till about 3 o'clock our time, roughly. So
yeah. No, so in the back room, which nobody saw, me and Ben and Dan and I can't even remember who was there. But we were there till almost 6 a.m. So like it went real late. And Ken was still going.
We could have come back in when we left my friend's liquor store. So we're driving home.
Yeah, so I didn't wake up till 2 p.m. my time today, but which is weird for me. Normally I'm up by about 8, 9 the latest. So waking up at 2 p.m. was kind of a weird feeling. But yeah. Anyway. Basically the whole day is gone and I'm just waking up, but let's see here. Dwayne saying rare breed for $40 were the days. Yeah, man. If you guys are still seeing that, just a word of advice, buy them up because that's not a thing that's going to keep happening. So if you're in a state where you're still seeing those prices, I would buy them. If you're a fan of rare breed, buy them at 40 while you can because I mean, Kentucky kind of tends to be like that's what happens everywhere eventually. And here they're already 60 in most places. So if you can get them for 40, buy them.
Yeah, I thought he'd be going to pick up the E.H. Taylor today, Lil, for that price.
See, some of you guys are just awesome. Like EA10 out here is going to cost us either in the bundle or $100. And you guys can get it for like 40, 50, 60, 70. And stuff is just wrong.
Well, E.H. Taylor,
no problem.
Over here is 300 Australian.
Wow.
I will be.
And that is for the small batch, the rye, the single barrel, and the barrel strength. They're all the same price. But at the moment, currently, they're for some reason, they're subtly selling it for like 180 Australian. So it's sort of like, that's pretty close to what the wholesale is, what I could probably land it for. So with all the taxes and shipping costs and everything. So Simon's going to pick up a bottle of E.H. Taylor small batch now.
So what's your daily drinker? What do you like to drink on average? What's your favorite stuff to get? What's easy to get in Australia?
Well, we used to drink Blanton's Green like it was going out of fashion because we'd get that for like $42 Australian. And that's an 80 proof of 6 year. But we don't anymore because it's now gone up to like $95 Australian. It's doubled in price in the last 12 months. But we generally, our primary daily drinker at the moment is probably just some old foes, either the 80 proof or I've got some single barrels there. So that's probably our general, other than Elijah Craig's small batch. I mean, that's generally we buy them when they're around about the $78 Australian. So, which is around around about the 80, about the 48 US, I suppose.
So what great whiskey is locally produced out there?
Starwood, Lark, Nant. There's a lot of really, really good Australian whiskies. Most of them are either most of our whiskies are done either down in in Tasmania or in Melbourne. There's a couple over in Western Australia. There's a couple of local ones up here, but they're not as well known. But Lark, Starwood, and Nant are definitely probably the biggest ones.
Is the Starward a single malt or is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's reasonably
The
priced online.
Australian whiskey's primarily a single malt or a rye.
Okay.
Okay.
So I see the Nova for $50.
Yep.
Hey, babe.
I think you guys get the twofold over there, the Solara.
The Tawny Cast is $85.
Yep. Well, Tawnies are around about 140 over here, I think.
Wow. And I'm looking at a UK site here. I've never seen one on the shelf that I've ever noticed.
So I don't know if I'm changing subjects briefly. I don't know if this is a subject that anybody's interested in, but anybody else interested in talking about Elon Musk backing out of the Twitter deal?
Yes, let's go for it. Sounds interesting.
Okay, yeah, let's. Chris, Rob, yeah,
I don't really hold an opinion on it because I don't use Twitter.
Yeah, me either.
I'm in the same boat. I just think the whole situation has been interesting, kind of watching it unfold. And I've never had Twitter on my phone or any device. But what was that, Chris?
It was a great way to bump their stock price up, and
and lower it at the same time.
And then lower it. So yeah, it's a great way to shortfall stock.
There you go.
I mean,
let's just tie it in. Do you think Elon Musk likes whiskey? And do you think he drinks regularly? And if he does drink, what do you think he drinks?
I feel like Elon Musk is a whiskey guy. I don't know him personally. We've never talked, but I feel like if we did talk, he's a whiskey guy. So
he had to pick a whiskey for Elon Musk. What type of whiskey would you think he would be? What would he be?
Now, I don't feel like he's a barrel proof kind of guy. Although I
bet he likes it spicy.
He might. Super spicy. Yeah. Super spicy.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what I think is interesting is that I'm never going to have Elon Musk kind of money, but I love that because he does, it feels like he just really went out of his way to just troll Twitter, like the whole company, and like to be able to do that at that level is hilarious to me. I know maybe people have different thoughts, but I mean, when you have that kind of money,
highlight Simon's comment.
Simon, where
Sullivan's Cove or something? That's Sullivan Cove.
Elon drinks alien juice. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Ben says he just checked out Reaper's stream and he's got some ass hat on with a tuxedo on.
Yeah, I saw that. I've been over there looking. I want to hop in and say, "Hey, what's going on, Reaper?"
You know what? I can share a screen so we can all see it if you want.
That's too much trolling, John. You're not a troll. You're not like that. Don't do it.
Oh, it's
live.
It's Mr. Smelly. Like actually, like I can't even crap on Mr. Smelly because honestly, like he's a decent guy. Like that's one of the few decent people I met through Reaper. Now, granted, he's in the fragrance community. That's not really my thing, but like he's a decent human. Like he's very chill. Like he's reasonable. Yeah, like I mean, what he does is not really my thing. Like being into fragrances, but he's an all right guy. Like he's cool to talk to. Yeah, so I can't even crap on Mr. Smelly. Like he's okay.
Is Elon Musk? Is Elon Musk? Is he a Scotch type of guy? Is he a bourbon? Is he a?
I think he spends more money on like face cream than whiskey. I'm just saying.
Okay. So here's the thing though, like because I've kind of followed Elon for years off and on, and like he's not really about that. Like I mean, from everything I know about him, he's not like he lives in kind of a small house given his income.
But he has 90 of them.
He doesn't have a house. He says he's homeless now. He stays whatever. He stays at his job or he lives with friends.
Yeah, because he's working all the time.
Yeah, it's cool. Who would not want to have a job? If you love what you do, would you not want to work all the time? If you love what you do, if you love it.
The guy ain't slumming.
Yeah, he don't really worry about. He don't got to worry about a house.
Okay, Rob, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for a billionaire at his status, he's not living in the house you would expect.
I agree. Let's go. I'm gonna let it free flow. I'm about to be a nice, mean person today, so you guys can hop up on me. I think this is what I think. If Elon is in a position where he could be totally free, he could buy all his family and friends' houses and just say, leave a room for me and never own a house because he bought all his family and friends' houses and he don't care because he's free to do whatever he want to do. He can buy a hotel anywhere. He doesn't have to own anything because he can buy it and throw it away and give it away anytime he wants because he has that much money. Material doesn't mean much to him because he can get any material in the world he wants. He doesn't need to buy a car because he owns car companies. You know what I'm saying? He can ride a company car whenever he wants to. So his whole thought process on life is not like you and I or the average person because he don't have to worry about it. And I'm not knocking him working hard. I would never say that, but he's doing what he loves to do. So how much more freer can you be when you can control almost everything you can influence everything and you don't need nothing because you can get it because of who you are. He's living the life.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm never sure you
can't walk down the street.
Why can't he? Yes, he can. Why can he not? Everybody don't know Elon Musk like that. A lot of people know him, but he's not like a superstar can play some music. You know, he probably have an entourage around him. Can't even get close to him in the first place.
I mean, like, okay, so here's my thought. Like, I feel like I could hang out with Elon, not for the money. Like, I just feel like he's like a chill dude I could hang out with because he has cool thoughts. And like, as Sure Kitty pointed out, he's probably going to be super chill because he's really into weed. So, like, yeah.
Or he could be super paranoid when he's on the weed.
That is a possible. Like, there is that pothead.
When you get to that level of success, I can understand paranoia because you don't know why people are coming to you for and what their motivation is. So you have to be careful and cautious. I don't know him personally. I have nothing negative to say about him. Because only thing I can say is he has so much influence and power that how do you even control that? How do you balance that with regular life? How do you become?
So, what I think is interesting about that, though, Charles, is the way he goes about it is almost like I'm just having fun. Like he doesn't even really care what the outcome is, because as somebody pointed out, he's gonna have to pay $1 billion to Twitter now, and he's just like F it, because he doesn't care. Like it's just fun to him, and I think that's a great way to go about life. It's just like, okay, I can do this, so why not friggin' do it?
Why did you try to buy Twitter in the first place? See, that's some things people do I don't understand, and I want to comprehend it. So
I don't think he even wanted to. I think this right here, what AZ said, I think Elon was trolling them. I think that's exactly it. I think he just wanted to find out what they're about, and he was just like, nah, screw you guys. I'll pay you the $1 billion. I don't give a damn.
Let's talk about this. See, I always thought Elon Musk respects freedom of speech. I'm a person that truly respects freedom of speech. Even if you say something I don't like, I want you to have the freedom to say something that I might want to hit you in the face for. I want you to be able to say it. And I still like that there's repercussions for my actions. Still, even if there are repercussions, I want you to be able to say something that can be apprehensible, something that I just don't like. And that's what I think was great about the world we should have. People should have the right to do stuff I think is crazy, and I should be able to critique it. As long as you don't physically hurt somebody else, I don't have too much to say about what you do, even if I disapprove of it. So Elon seemed like he's kind of like that. We all have opinions about things that are good or bad. You could talk about what somebody is knowledgeable about or what somebody is ignorant on. That's great. Still, I want you to be able to say it. So that's why I can interact with anyone, even when I totally, with my soul, am vehemently opposed to their position. I can still converse with them just to understand their perspective. Even if I think it's atrocious and wrong, I still want them to say, I hate all you black people and I want to do malicious harm to you. I want you to be able to say that. I'm like, that's great. I don't feel like that, but I'm glad you do. And stay over there. That's what I want from people. So
Charles is going hard in the paint right now, but I respect it. Yeah.
Damn, Charles.
Well, because I listen. If you don't like me, you should feel free to say it. If you don't like heterosexual,
I get you, man.
Feel free to say that. I don't care if you whatever you like. If you want to make love to a zebra, or you believe that, like Matt Walsh said, that you're a woman.
Zebras don't make love to anybody. They hate that. Zebras hate life, but
Whatever. Yes. So that's where I get confused.
That's because they're black and white. That's the
There you go. They don't know what they want to be. They're like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So
It's because they're confused because one part of the planet's calling them zebras and the other part calls them zebras.
There's that, yeah.
Whatever works for you.
So funny enough, Chris, my wife is actually European, so my wife says zebras.
I'm actually a white man.
I'm a lion. We've already went through this, but I'm a lion. Charles is a tree. We hang out together because Charles provides shade for me. We hang out all the time.
There you go.
Charles is a super chill tree. I'm a lion. So if I start murdering people, don't question it. I'm a lion. Anyway,
I go a little deeper just for a second.
Yeah, go for it. At this point, we're going whatever the hell we want to do. Just
this is a rabbit hole. Let's see how deep it goes.
I'll go deep. So listen,
dig it, man. Dig it.
Something Sean said, and I'm going to go hard on this. Life is about having fun to me and survival. I mean, I don't want to hurt people, yet I want to have fun. Yet I know I need some type of currency, some type of exchange to survive in this world where I have to depend on other people. So who am I to tell somebody what they should not do to generate survivability or income or what they want to call it? So when I look at when somebody made a statement and we say they're about the business, but we all have to be about business because the business itself is survival. It's not about oppressing people, or for me, other people could be different. I'm not
the real star of the show is the Rive. So
the most excellent person on the planet.
Shut her down. Mama's home.
Hello. How's everyone?
Our day, for my day, is better whenever you hop on the stream because
Charles, you're awesome.
Here we come.
You're awesome.
Let me adjust. There you go.
So you make Sean better, and that's why he's such an awesome person, and you're incredible.
That's a fact.
Everyone, how is everyone?
We're all not sober, so Chris.
I am. I've had
a little bit of my glass.
Yeah, Chris is sober. Nobody else is sober.
But then it is only 2 in the afternoon, so
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's the time I woke up today. So yeah, that makes sense.
What did it say? Elon was on Joe Rogan smoking weed.
Yeah. So back to Elon, and baby, you can chime in on this as well. Like I feel like now, like I don't care about politics. I really don't. Like I'm not Republican. I don't care about any of that stuff. I think it's all nonsense. But what I like about Elon is he took on a giant company and was just I'm just gonna screw with you. And he just did that. And I think that's like there's like this beautiful chaos that Elon can do that nobody else can do. So I hope he just keeps doing it. I hope he just keeps stirring the pot because I just hate big companies like with a passion. So if Elon can just keep screwing with him, that makes life better for me because I love what he's doing. So I don't care about the politics of it. I just love that he can even do that. That's fantastic to me. So
you just made a statement. You said you hate big companies. Why do you hate big companies?
Charles, if you don't know me at all,
I want you to elaborate. Even if I do know, I want to understand.
Okay. Let me go get some.
Let me pull it over here. So now I can't say big companies as a whole. I was generalizing there, but like I have real problems with Twitter because of what you were just saying earlier. I think, as you were just saying, I'm not going to say the exact words you said, but if you want to say I hate a certain thing, you should be able to say that. Yes. And so, because I mean, me and Woods and a few other guys, we were talking about this a week or two ago. I believe really firmly in rights of the people. Like I am a diehard libertarian. Like I don't care for government or anything that restricts human rights. And so I'm basically non-political because I don't really care what DC does at all. Like to me, it's just kind of it's almost like a play that they're playing out for us. They're all acting and it's all nonsense because at the end of the day, they all go for drinks together. So, I think it's all just complete BS. And so I don't really care what they do. What I do care is when they start really encroaching on human rights here in the States, because we need a certain degree of governance, but beyond that, I don't really want to hear from you at all. because I feel like people do a pretty good job of working things out on their own. It may not be the means that you like, but it solves problems pretty regularly on its own. So anyway, I'm rambling, but
you're rambling good. You're making sense. You're coherent. You're not white girl wasted yet.
I'm ish.
Ishy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, so here's my thing. Like the whole current state of affairs in the States, you know, this whole Roe versus Wade thing has gone just insanity. And there's like people like sitting in streets blocking traffic because of it now. And I get that on the one hand, because, you know, whatever. And at the same time, I don't think it's up to the government. I really don't. Like, I don't even know why the government's involved in this. Like, it's not a government issue. So just know your place. Again, like the whole Reaper thing. Like, government, this is not your place. So go sit down. Because I feel a certain way about that. I'm not going to say how I feel, but it has nothing to do with other people that exist on this planet. So if you make your choices, I'll make my choices, and this has nothing to do with the government. So go do you, I'll do me, and if you want to talk about it and you want to come to me, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, you do your thing, I'll do mine.
I agree with you 1,000%, and I want to be your adversary. It's not that I disagree, just to ask questions, because truthfully, you and I think, are analogous with this. So my question would be, and I know already know your answer. Do you believe I should wear a seatbelt?
Okay.
No.
Okay, Bobby.
Absolutely not.
Do you believe I should get a shot if I don't want one, or a vaccine?
Charles, I feel like you can answer that without me saying a word.
Yes. See, that's what it confuses me. Sometimes people, they have a conundrum over they're opposed. Oh, they want the government involved with certain things. Everything is not involved with other things, and it's weird to me. So
it's a personal choice. Everything.
Yeah. They're so angry. Oh, the government telling me I can't do this, and they're like, the government should let us do what we want, but then we want the government to force you to get a shot. Does that even make sense? They already want the government to say you got to wear a seatbelt. Oh yeah, we should wear a seatbelt. So hold on. See, so many people are go ahead, John. So many people are confused.
So here's my thing. Because of my past life, people are going to make the choices they make. Whether there's governance or not, or laws, people will make the choices they make. Like, that's why I think gun laws are dumb. That's why all the laws are stupid, because the people that don't give a shit about them are going to do what they want anyway.
Exactly.
So you're only making laws for people that care about laws. So for the people that don't care about laws, it doesn't matter. Like criminals, people that will murder you, they don't care about laws. And if you've been in that world at all, then you know that they really don't care about laws. So making laws for those that will abide by laws is a stupid thing to do, because you're only affecting those that even give a shit. So it's.
Well, let me get into that though. I understand why they do it, because it gives people a sense of safety, and they know that it would limit behavior if you know there's going to be some sort of repercussion for my action. So if I know if I shoot somebody I don't like and somebody finds out, either I'm going to die or I'm going to be in prison, it's less likely I'm going to shoot somebody I don't like. So that's why they do have certain type of laws for the safety of the group in general.
Yeah, but it's complete nonsense, because like someone that's willing to shoot somebody doesn't care about gun laws. I promise you.
I think they do. That's why a lot of people try to do it in a way that they will get off if they shoot you. You know what I'm saying? So I want to shoot you, but I got to provoke you to attack me so I can say I was.
I mean, so who was it? It was either Chris Rock or
Rock. It was Chris Rock. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like $1,000.
Yeah, if you made a bullet $1,000, that's the ultimate gun laws, because then you have to really hate somebody to like spend $1,000.
Yeah, yeah, but they wouldn't make a profit in the company because nobody would buy a bullet. There you go. They wouldn't make it so much, but you want to buy the bullet. You know what I mean?
So government, if you're watching this, don't do that. But
I hear what you're saying, Sean. My argument is that laws stop people who are on the fringe. So some people who would, if there was no laws, they would do it. But with the law, they don't want to do prison time. They don't want to.
I don't know, man.
I hear what you're saying. There are a lot of people who would do crime if they could get away with it, and they don't because they know they can't get away with it.
Yeah. I mean, but that's a different category of human. That's not me or anybody I ever knew.
There are people like that if somebody did them wrong and they know they could blow your head off, they would. But they're like, you know what? The only reason I don't blow your head off because I don't want to go to prison. Then it's too wild and chaotic in American prison, so I just let you live. Some people think like that.
I mean, and so
I can't kill your whole family, and your family will come after me. So if I kill you, then I got to worry about it. Your mama, daddy, uncle, cousin coming for me. Now I'm gonna let you live, even though if I could get away with it, I would blow your head off. So that's what laws.
And the prison system is a whole other thing. We could talk about it extensively, but they
don't have the good whiskey in prison, even though they make it. How about they make whiskey in prison? They must make the whiskey because we can go on this all day. They're like, you guys are talking about
Bobby. What's up, brother? How we doing?
Elon, ain't got no whiskey involved. You talking about whiskey?
Anyway, let's get off.
Hold on. Bourbon. What's going on, brother? Let me show you something because it's all about you.
Yeah, man. So Charles got the Corbin cash here. So okay. Fair enough, man. Hey, and enjoy your time with your family or whatever you're doing, Bobby.
If you saw that, thanks.
Cheers, Bobby.
Yeah, so exactly, Simon. Like, I really wish you could hop on, but as long as your prison wallet is big enough. Yeah. Like the prison system is so stupid here. It's nonsensical.
I can talk about so much. I'm not going to because life is never going to be fair. Life is never going to be equal. I would never be as tall as Brian and Sean. And I would never be short as the Dwarf. Life is just not fair. Somebody, it is what it is.
I think that this is really the message we need to spread. If you like chips in your bourbon, check out Bad X Bourbon. I agree.
We like
will the Pup Streams merge with Big Vic Streams? I didn't even know he was going. Like there was already like 5 streams going. I didn't know. So Big Vic is going as well. Okay.
I think Vic's going on after Chase.
See, this is why I want to change off of Saturday night. Like there's too many streams going on Saturday. There's got to be like a dozen streams on Saturday night. Anyway.
Sean, have you looked at Thursdays? Thursdays are a little thin.
Yeah, I might be able to do a Thursday. It's just I have to work the next morning. That's what kind of sucks.
Yeah, you've got Perry and Clifton primarily really on Thursdays. But
they go relatively early though, I think.
Yeah, and I'm cool with Perry. Like that's the thing. It sucks. Like I like Trev. Me and him are cool, and so I don't want to like go over Trev, but it is what it is.
You know what, Sean? But here's the thing with it. I know a couple YouTubers, and they streamed, and they took some shit for streaming a lot or doing it when somebody else was doing it. But my opinion is, if you like a show on ABC or NBC or CBS,
that's it.
You watch it. It's nothing personal, and everybody for the most part in this community supports each other. What's the big deal?
Yeah,
you're not taking away anything from them. You're still supporting each other in the community. So go when you want, man. That's how I look at it. I don't
the same. Rob, go when you want to go. You can't. If you always worried about what somebody else is streaming, you never gonna stream because you be like, man, I don't want to mess up this stream.
All right. So my question. I'm sorry, Rob. My question is to the man to my right. So I know we originally were going Fridays. Is Fridays going to work for you and B going forward? Because
we can do it.
Okay. Because Charles is certainly a regular here. If it weren't for Charles, I wouldn't even be doing this live stream thing. Like Charles got me into live streams. He was like, "It's super easy. I'll show you how to do it," and he did. And now I'm here. And like I didn't even know the whiskey community existed at that point. I was just doing content, and then Charles got me into lives, and I slowly met people through doing lives and just kind of checking out their channels. And so. I love Rob and Chris, but like Charles, like really brought me into the live streams thing. So I want to make sure that Charles can make it, and I'm sure you guys will too, Chris and Rob and everybody else that's here. But like Charles kind of showed me the way, like he's the master and I'm the Padawan here. So
not at all.
Well, I only just realised that earlier that I wasn't subscribed to Charles, so I've added him on a.
Yeah, I had to unsub over the Blood Oath, but I'll come back maybe.
It's all good. It's all good, man. I'm never knocking somebody for not liking what I don't like. I mean, you can like something. It's no big deal to me and stuff, but I'm glad you came back. It doesn't matter. This is the truth. I hope nobody never take offense. If you all just unsub tomorrow and didn't like it, it's cool because as long as I'm having fun and one person enjoys it, it means something to me. All I need is one person to like it. One person likes it.
I'm coming from. I would rather somebody be honest about what they're tasting and what they're buying than fluff it up just because it's what somebody wants to hear or because they're trying to influence somebody. So I appreciate what you're doing, man.
I just want to have fun, man. I'm a noob at whiskey. I don't know too much of anything. I just like drinking.
Don't believe him.
No,
Sean, he's the emperor. I'm sorry, you're going down that path. Trusting.
No, I just like to drink, bro. I want to have fun.
Believe me, I know. And just like the emperor, like Charles is super chill, and you don't even suspect him for a long time, and then you figure out he's the emperor.
Yeah, you see with Risky Reefer, he's like very good, Sean. Right.
Good.
That's true. I don't like that one.
Do it.
Why didn't the hoodies come back?
That would have been me. I would have probably trolled forever. I would have pretty trolled. And I like whiskey music, so ain't no problem. I'm still that needles though. Needles in my tongue. Oh, I got that one. The new tagline.
Okay, like the guy is whatever. Like I don't know.
Entertaining.
What's that be?
He's very entertaining.
For the business aspect of it, he lets everybody on. It's not just whiskey, and he's trying to grow his brand. So it's a brand more than it is just about the love of whiskey. Whiskey is his gateway to whoever brand he's trying to pursue. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it.
That's what bothers me is like to me, Reaper is all about. It's very clearly a business.
Mm-hmm.
It's not this. It's not what we're doing. It's not hanging out with the fellas. It's business. The whole time he's streaming it, it's business. It's like I'm promoting this thing, whatever the thing is, and I mean that's fine. Like everybody, part of everyone's stream is that because we're all trying to make a little bit of money, and so if that's part of your stream, then fine. But if that's like the focus of your stream, then that's kind of off-putting to me.
I'm not watching Reaper for any type of education or it's whiskey porn. All of his videos.
I like that.
It is.
Oh, what's the title? Whiskey porn.
It is. You're seeing all these bottles. I travel to Miami a couple times a year for work, and I'm in some of those stores. I wish I could find those prices though, because I've never seen those prices. But it's whiskey porn. You're like, holy shit, those bottles are sitting right on the shelf. Wow. And I've been in some where they're sitting there, but the stores he goes to have much better prices than the ones I've been in down there. That's for sure. But at the end of the day, I'm watching videos or jumping on streams for the camaraderie and the love of whiskey. He doesn't hit me that way, but right or wrong, whatever. But
yeah, I mean, like I went pretty hard last night on him, and I'm trying to not do that tonight. But I mean, as Wood just said, the guy's trying to make money, and hey, good on him. That's just not really my thing. I mean, yeah, sure, we all want to make a little money doing this, but it's just
being stupid. I'm just joking. If you make $1 billion like Elon Musk, you wouldn't be mad at it.
if I can make a couple mil, great. But I'm not gonna. No,
I wouldn't mind making anything, but I'm happy making nothing and having fun with it more than anything. So if I'm enjoying it, just drinking with my boys, I'm good, man. Like, so it's more, are you enjoying the moment? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Because if you're not enjoying it, why am I doing it? Even if I got billions, I rather see some people. I'm messed up in the head. I could do it for a little bit, but I would quit to do what I want to do. I couldn't keep doing something I hated to get a lot of money. It wouldn't work for me. I gotta do something I love. I'd rather do something I love for a little bit of money, more to make a lot of money hating it. That's just me. So I enjoy the drinking. I enjoy learning about whiskeys I've never had or what the prices are. So when I do find it, I know I'm getting overpaid or like something like that. I like listening to Aiden talk. It was just hilarious because I never thought about some of the stuff like how he thinks about it. And you guys like Blood Oath. These are crazy.
That's because no one thinks like Aiden, Charles.
I like that. Rob, Aiden, Blood Oath. Ooh.
Sean,
I think that Blood Oath 6 is spicy, Charles.
Yeah, it's super spicy. Super spicy.
Needling.
Needling.
They make you want to drink it. No, I'm just saying because we can go grab it right now. I'm like, hell no.
So B, you had something to say, man.
have you tried Blue Note 17?
So I have not tried any Blue Notes. I have a couple samples I have not got to yet. But yeah, they're in the vicinity of me.
Is all Blue Note Dickel or just some of it? Or none of it? Am I wrong?
See, I don't know. So Woods has a pick that he was talking about tonight. And I asked him earlier where it was sourced from, and I feel like I missed the answer.
I'm pretty sure some of it is Dickel, but maybe not all of it.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a Dickel.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's what all the ladies say too. Well, not all the ladies. Some of the ladies. I don't know what percentage of ladies say that. It seems like it's declining. Less ladies are saying that. So
that was his dog's language of Sean, watch your mouth. That's what the dog said. So Sean said, the dog said, roof.
He's tearing his ball apart right now. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Anyway, well, yeah, I lost track of what we're doing. Anyway, I'm going to be shouting spicy all day tomorrow. Yeah, super spicy.
Have you tried to watch, was it Miss Marvel?
What now?
Have you tried watching Miss Marvel? Isn't that the show?
I know what you're talking. I feel like that's not the name, but I can't.
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel is the new one on Disney.
The new women woohoo hear me roar show.
Yeah.
Like I can't even I just saw the picture and I was like, no.
Did you watch Captain? Oh no, I'm sorry, Doctor Strange.
No.
Yeah, where the girl something Americana had two mamas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's straight.
Okay. Here's the thing. I want to be really clear because this came up last night in stream and I got called out by it, but another whiskey tour. I have no problem with gay relationships.
No, that's not a problem. I'm just saying. Yeah. That's what she had two mamas.
Everybody do their own thing. I don't like. It's the same thing we talked about earlier.
What was it? I'm no homo.
Yeah, no homo. Yeah, I said no homo.
Let me say one thing before you go. And Wanda forgot about Vision.
R-word and the H-word.
Wanda forgot about Vision. They had a TV show called WandaVision, but in the dark, this really was Wanda's. It wasn't about Doctor Strange. It's about Wanda and the girl, and it was about Wanda replacing another mama to become a single mama without Vision because Vision didn't care. She didn't care about Vision. She just wanted her babies. That's what it was about. And I'm gonna kill another woman to be the mama to their babies because they need their mama, even though she got a mama. Wasn't that what it is? That's what it's about.
I had two mamas.
That's great.
And a father.
Your father doesn't count. Current TV shows.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just telling you. Same in Hawkeye. She was raised by a single mama because her daddy died. I'm just saying.
Anyway, so back to my comment last night. So yeah, Chris pointed out I did say no homo. When I was complimenting Bobby, I feels like.
Yeah. But it was very, very well done because it was like I'm not trying to be sort of coming from a gay.
I don't mind if somebody's gay or whatever. I'm gonna start a new day. I'm gonna call it heterosexual day. Heterosexual day. And we're gonna
okay.
run around just
And see that's where I was getting to, Charles. Is like we're in this weird place now that I don't really understand.
heterosexual pride.
I don't really understand why any sexuality is celebrated. Like that's a weird thing to me. Like, I mean, everybody do whatever you want to do.
Well, the answer to that is because those of a different sexuality other than heterosexual have been
oppressed.
I know. I get the thing.
So, but
I'm not oblivious to it. It's just
I'm okay with everybody. Whatever makes you happy and puts a smile on your face, it makes the world a better place.
Yeah.
But to the point I think you're leaning towards, Sean, is don't throw it on top of me. I'm okay with what you're doing.
Sort of, yeah.
So I can run it out. I can run down the street.
Do what makes you happy and makes you free, you know?
Yeah.
But don't
it's
some more jokes, you gotta throw some jokes in there. So I can be able to run down the street and just have my wang hanging in the wind. Like, woohoo! I'm heterosexual. Woohoo!
Well, I mean, I'm a flamboyant heterosexual.
Yeah, I'm a flamboyant heterosexual. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Shaking my thing in the wind. Woohoo! Look at my slung. Woohoo! Don't be a
so okay. So
here I'm a slut. Yeah, heterosexual.
Hey, Charles, by the way, I'm just saying, I think you're fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Charles, no homo, but I think you're really attractive.
No hetero. How about no hetero?
Anyway, I'm just digging the hole. I'm just digging it right
no hetero.
Yeah, no. So my thing is this: is that I really don't care. Like, everybody do whatever you want to do. Like, that's between you and whoever you believe in or don't believe in or whatever the thing is. I don't care at all. Like, you all do whatever you want to do, and it doesn't matter to me whatsoever. My issue is when it becomes the message.
That's the problem.
And so then I'm like, okay, what? So recently, you know, Thor: Love and Thunder came out, and someone from Disney was like, "This is the gayest." Their words, not my words. This is the gayest movie we've put out, or something along those lines. And like, that's a weird statement to make. Like, because you couldn't go the other way. You couldn't say this is the straightest movie we've ever made.
Yeah.
So
that's because that would be a complete lie with Taika Waititi doing the directing. But
yeah.
Got the joke.
but I'm just saying, like, to make that the message is like, this is the gayest movie we've ever made. Like, that's a weird thing to even say. Like, why do you feel like you need to say that?
Because it's advertising the full hamburger.
Like a restaurant.
I'm not mad at anyone who wants to make any type of movie, show anything they want to show. My problem is what Sean said, is when they try to make it the message. When you try to make it like every single movie has to be about this, and that's not. I mean, it's maybe what you see, but that's not normal every day. So it's cool you have one or two, but if every single movie must show this, every single movie must show this, every single movie, man, that's not life. You're gonna see a movie in Asia where there's not gonna be anybody other than Asians. That's life. So you gotta you gotta diversify a movie that don't need to be diversified, because that's not the truth. That even America got places where it's just all black people, just all white people. It's not all kumbaya all the time. So it's not gonna always do one homosexual couple, one heterosexual couple, one white person, one Asian. That's not real. That's not everywhere. It's different in San Francisco
mattresses,
or Long Beach.
According to TV, are interracial couples.
That's it. That's all you see.
Have you seen a mattress commercial lately?
Oh, you see it. BMC talking about all the time.
Or a white girl and a black dude. It's always.
I mean, to be fair, they make that.
They're trying to force it. That's not what you see all the time. I'm not saying.
Let's be fair though. They make the prettiest babies. So
I'm not saying that. But that's not what you see all the time. So they're trying to program people through the message.
They're not all
make it acceptable when that's not normal to most people. That's not. I'm not minding your message. It's the fact that if you go, let's make it realistic, man.
Like in one movie, got everybody like
hanging out and
Like I feel like my viewership is dropping steadily as I keep getting deeper into this. I love it though. I will keep going hard no matter what. If there's
We'll
one
talk about
person
whiskey,
watching,
man. We'll talk about whiskey. I'll leave it alone. This is the best whiskey. It's called Waters.
yeah, I mean, so
This is the gayest bottle.
I think AZ made a good point though. Like you
This is the
couldn't.
sweetest bottle we have. This is the most no hetero bottle we got.
Good one.
no hetero. Yeah.
It's good, although I do find it a little gay, Charles.
It is. That's what I'm about. I said no hetero.
That bottle's a little gay.
I said no hetero, didn't I? I said no hetero.
101 sucks.
Yeah, 101 sucks, and Barrel Seagrass is a little gay. That's
Right.
the
No hetero
official
with that bottle.
message
No
of
hetero.
this
We haven't
stream.
figured out anything tonight.
I promise this is going to be clipped and shared all over YouTube now. But
I tell the truth, man.
Pretty colors.
I don't care
I
who
swear
you
to
date. I
God.
don't care who you love. If it's a wife and a wife and a husband, whatever works for you, I don't care. Just don't
Be
force it down my
happy.
throat. I'm never going to disrespect you. If you tell me that I'm offensive to you in person, I will not offend you because that's not my position. I still don't have to like your position. I'll just stay over here. You stay over there. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to be like Amber Heard. I'm not going to take a dump in your bed. You can do what you do in your bed. I'm good. All right?
The world's a better place when people.
I swear to God. So I mean, my thing going back a little bit. So what AZ said, you can't go to work and talk about all the women you smashed because that would be the super hetero thing to do, right? Like that's also not cool to do. And so that's my thing is like you don't need to like throw it, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. You don't need to like throw it in people's face like. Look at all the penises I'm sucking, or look at all the women I've had sex with. You don't need to do that. Like
I agree.
You know, because so
I would never tell you.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which side you're on. You don't need to go that hard. It's just sex, people. Okay, it's not that big a deal. We're all doing it.
I'm pretty. You said hard. Go that hard.
Why did I trigger you?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, if you're gonna go, you probably do need to go hard, but that's not. We don't need to hear about it.
Yeah, it's just weird, man. Listen. If you want to make love to a tree, I respect that because trees leave, and then I won't have to know about it. That's over all y'all head though. Y'all didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Dragland, you definitely missed
sort of brings a whole new terminology to getting a bit of wood. So,
or getting the south.
AZ, I swear to God, man. AZ always has some great. I'm not using all the new buzzwords the college crowds are coming out with ever. I'm not CSI.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I can't get in. I especially can't get into the they them thing because you're not a plurality. But you know, hey, you do whatever you got to do.
People talk about drinking, and we're on the subject. I'm going to go somewhere with this.
Hershey.
The legal age of drinking is 21. Why is 21 not the standard for everything? If that's in America, why is that not the standard? So you can go to prison at 18, but you can't drink till you're 21. You can serve in the military and die at 18. It's weird. Everything could be 21, or drinking could be 18.
Fair point, Mike.
Is that nationwide now? Because it used to be different states, but it is nationwide now, isn't it?
I am not for certain. Don't hold me to it. I think
you might be right, Charles. 21 might be nationwide now, but it wasn't always that way.
Yeah. It used to be 18 for a long time.
Like people talk about
18 over here. It used to be 21, but we dropped down to 18.
So I feel like this: everything should be at the age that you can serve in the military. So if you can serve in the military and die for the nation at 18, then you should be to drink and everything else. Or because it's kind of weird in a way. Like you can do everything. You're a grown person. You're responsible. You can go to prison. You can serve your country. You got to pay your taxes. All this stuff. But you can't drink till you're 21. But then everything should be 21. Treat me like a minor until you're 21. Truthfully, I think that you should be treated as a minor until you're like 25 because you're still thinking childish at 21. You know, so
see, I'm with it, Charles. I agree. Yeah. I mean, because we all know what 21-year-olds are like right now. Like they shouldn't be making decisions of any kind of any like no significant decisions by 21-year-olds.
No decision of consequence at 21. 25, maybe. Your insurance don't even drop till you get 25. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some of the laws we have are just crazy. So I'm more I'm pretty analogous with Sean on. I want to say I'll give him 80, 90% because there's certain things we disagree upon, but it ain't that much. Just yeah, so I can't go too high, but I'm going to go.
Because of my whiteness. It's the whiteness that we.
There you go. You see, I was holding that in. You know?
When I go super white, that's where me and Charles disagree.
Oh man, I missed everything.
Sometimes I get really crackery, and then it just doesn't work. Anyway, so Mike pointed out that we haven't talked about whiskey in a while, so that's a good point. What are you guys sipping on? I know Chris is still coffee, but or water. I'm not sure which beverage it's the thing in your glass.
Just finished another coffee, but yeah, it's. I'm not starting drinking till later on tonight.
Hey, and that's completely understandable. So.
No, well, I've got to drive into town. We're going to a comedy show tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Who are you guys going to see, Chris? Did anybody we would know, maybe?
Not really that you guys would know. He's an Australian comedian called Jimmy Rees. Has a Facebook and YouTube side of things. He used to do a TV show over here for kids called Giggle and Hoot. But
okay,
if you go into YouTube and go to Jimmy Rees, he does a whole heap of video skits of taking off the Australian situation. It goes meanwhile in Australia. So he's done the whole thing through COVID. So he's taking off basically all of our political leaders for each state and sort of having them how they've been fighting sort of and competing against each other and just the Australian way of taking the piss out of everyone. And it's really good because it's just totally how, politicians take it really serious and the general Australians are going, yeah, no, we're getting confused. Come on.
Give me 1 second.
Have you seen from a movie called Wake in Fright?
Yeah, it's me.
No.
Oh,
it's an Australian movie. It's one of my favorites. That's why.
Only Australian movie I've seen is Mad Max. What I think of.
What, you haven't seen Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, Crocodile
Is that
Dundee.
really an Australian movie?
Yeah, that Paul Hogan is Australian.
But is it an Australian movie or was it produced in America?
It was done over there, but it was all done by Paul Hogan. He wrote it and everything. It's Australian.
Okay, I've seen all the Crocodile Dundees.
So do you see I even like the one in
a lot of movies may be made in Australia. Don't mean it's an Australian movie.
The one in Los Angeles. I like all of them. I like his attitude towards things.
Paul Hogan's the man.
I think he married the woman who.
Yeah, he divorced his wife over here and married Linda Kozlowski. Yeah. Now there's a new one. Now there's a new one for where they're taking the piss out of. It's called Mr. Dundee or something like that.
Oh yeah, he's back.
Yeah, but it's sort of a spoof movie, but it's got Paul Hogan in it, and he's there basically going, that was a movie, and so he's taking the piss out of his own movie.
I'm saying I'm googling Australian movies to see if I've seen anything else.
Dude, that's funny. But
I ain't ever seen Kangaroo Jack. That's an Australian movie, Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, Kangaroo Jack.
Heard of it, but I ain't never seen it.
The Nightingale, I think that was really good.
Supernova. I'm looking at movies to say Australian movie. I googled it.
There's a lot of Australian movies.
The Protector's Australian movie. The Protector. Oh, I seen that.
Yeah.
Wolf Creek. I like Wolf
Creek.
I
seen that. Wolf Creek. I seen that. Okay.
Picnic at Hanging Rock's probably one of the more famous ones as well. That's an older Australian classic. It's
Picnic at Hanging Rock.
Yeah, it's about
The Hunter.
It's about a group of people who go to Hanging Rock and a lot of them disappear. So
I've heard of it.
The Babadook was one of my. I like that movie. And Blackwater.
I've seen Mad Max
and Rogue.
Mad Max. How do we take
the original Mad Max
all time?
Mel Gibson.
All the Mad Maxes I've seen.
Yep.
I never heard of that. There's a lot of movies they show me. I'm looking. I'm on some website called The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yep, that's Australian.
Never heard of it. You heard of that, Brian?
Say it again.
The
It came out-
Adventures
it
of
came out-
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
It came out at the same time as Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Judy Newmar.
I never seen that movie, but I know who was in it and Patrick Swayze and them, but I never seen that movie.
Yeah, well, the Australian one had Hugo Weaving, what's his name?
Oh, they said The Great Gatsby is an Australian movie. The Great Gatsby. It may be a charm of Leonardo DiCaprio or amazing director performance by Baz Luhrmann, but either way, it's one of our favorite Australian movies. I did not know that.
Yeah.
BMX Bandits. I loved BMX Bandits as a kid.
So you were a Nicole Kidman, young Nicole Kidman fan.
Yes.
Crocodile Dundee.
When she really had her strawberry curls.
Hell yes to that. Now she's a little crazy, but yeah.
Well,
Wolf Creek. I heard of Wolf Creek.
She was
Wolf Creek.
damaged by Tom Cruise and Scientology, and
Well,
now
yeah, that makes sense.
and now she's married to Keith Urban. So it explains
I'm a
everything.
Tom Cruise fan. The Babadook. I know that's a Candy. Shine. I heard of it. That's
Nightingale was good too.
Shine.
They
The
go,
Lousy.
Lil's just throwing up a
Animal
thing.
Kingdom.
2-minute warning till Big Vic.
It's a lot of movies I ain't never heard of. You think that Scientology ruined Nicole Kidman?
Just real quick, just want to say good night, Sugar Kitty. Appreciate you. Thank you as always.
Scientology.
Yes, Sugar Kitty. I remember they saying that movie Eyes Wide Shut. I remember when that came out.
Whoa.
He sounded just like you. You did one of Brian's noises. Whoa.
Yeah, young Nicole Kidman was
Yeah, you sound just like Brian.
Stroker.
Oh,
There's a movie called Stroker that was really good with Nicole Kidman.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say we lost Rob, but now he's back.
I accidentally refreshed.
All those weird sound effects.
So guys, if it's all right with you, I'm gonna let Cheech or Vic or whoever is still live take it over. I think we're gonna go to the back room here in a few, and we'll just finish up some chat here real quick, and then we're gonna sign off if that's all right with everybody on panel and chat, because it's about that time. So let's run through a little bit of chat real quick here, get some comments from the fellas on panel, and then we'll sign off. Did you ever watch Mr. In Between?
Yeah, we've been watching that.
Okay,
it's actually really good.
And then Priscilla is an awesome movie. Never seen it myself.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. You got a cock and a frock on a rock. How good is that?
Hanging Rock. Where the girls disappear?
Yep.
Okay. I'm lost, but you guys.
That was Picnic at Hanging Rock. It's based back in the 1800s, and it's one of the biggest unknown mysteries in Australia. Why all these girls disappeared at Hanging Rock?
Oh, awesome, man! Yeah. So sent hand delivered, Mike, a little bit of each other single barrel. Glad you're enjoying it, man. That's awesome. Nicole Kidman was hot all the way up to Bewitched. But time eventually, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, she did not do herself any favors with that one.
But so I don't remember what I was watching, but it was something with Nicole Kidman is recently put out a video where she's eating bugs. I don't know how many people have seen this. Like it's a really fancy set. She's really dressed up, and but she's eating bugs live.
Why?
It's a good question.
She's doing a cross swab. We're gonna get proteins from bugs thing, the fourth industrial revolution type stuff.
Basically, yes.
I figured that. That's the next sustainable. We just to stop the greenhouses and the killing of. I'm a steak eater, so I like to kill cows.
They don't actively say that, Charles, but that's basically what they're trying to promote. Yeah. And so that's the level of crazy that Nicole Kidman's on right now. And so there's ladies, Lil, I'm sorry. all the guys know that there's this scale. So your hotness level is equivalent to your crazy level. So however high your hotness is.
Lil's a big believer in the crazy hot.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Hot matrix.
Sure. So the hotter you are, the higher the crazy level is. It's just a fact of life. So it's been documented by science, I feel like. So anyway,
I tend to agree with that.
Yeah. Charles is around plenty of attractive women, so I'm sure he's had plenty of experience with the hot crazy scale.
Trust me, it doesn't fail. It's I don't want to say something wrong, so I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah.
If you want a safer life, have a more mundane wife.
Yeah, I mean, so
I'm just being honest.
I can say this because I've told my wife to her face. Like, I married her because she was an acceptable level of crazy. I'm not going to say,
how crazy, acceptable.
Yeah. And so, there's also, you find the thing that works for you. That's saves the planet. Charles, educate yourself. Come on, yeah. Anyway, folks, if you enjoy Sean's videos and live streams, consider becoming a Patreon. I became one this week. Mike sure did. Thank you, Mike, for shouting that. I haven't mentioned it all stream, but yeah, thank you, Mike. Yeah, if this is a thing that you enjoy, then please do that. I appreciate it very much. So thank you, Mike, and thank you all my other Patreons. Folks, appreciate you.
You too, mate.
Yeah, and we're going to sign off. So thank you, and we will see you on the next one.
All right.